Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in to another All American Homecoming live after show. Your good sis has been on the move, and y'all gonna have to bear with me because my energy level is, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It is low. My energy level is very low, but I'm here. I showed up because I would not miss this for the world. I had a very long travel day today, going from the West Coast to the East Coast. And then I am back on a flight first thing tomorrow morning as well. So your girl got a bunch of things going on, but I had to make sure I showed up and unpack with you guys the most recent episode of All American Homecoming, the second to last episode that we will ever see, as it is the series finale next week. Hey Shari P, how are you, boo? Hey John, hey Nikki baby, hey Mac. Can everybody hear me okay? Do I need to double check? Yes, we always need to double check, Erica, because you just threw your setup together and you know how it always works out for you. It was never to really like right on first sight. Let's see. Let's see. Can y'all hear me good? Look at that. I got my freaking Bluetooth on with this. YouTube, stop asking me to take these surveys. Yeah, it's never to really like right. Okay, perfect. We good to go. We cool, they lie. Y'all can hear me. Hey Kay. Hey Kendra. Mac says Homecoming is so mid. It's wild, Mac, because I actually really enjoy what they're giving us. I think that they have actually saved the series from the monotony and the mediocre nature that they were on par for doing. So I've actually really enjoyed these most recent episodes. They're definitely different. But y'all know how we do. Let's go ahead and drop our ratings on a scale of 1 to 10. How are we rating episode 12 from season 3 of All American Homecoming? Drop your favorite part. Share any of your thoughts. Y'all, the way I am so sleepy right now. It's actually kind of insane. I am going to crash after this. And one of the things I've been working on all weekend was like catching up on From. If you guys don't watch that, season 3 of From premiered on Sunday, and I want to start breaking it down on the channel. But I had to go back and rewatch everything. So I've been getting like 2, 3, maybe 4 hours of sleep each night and catching up on that show and doing a couple other things to prepare myself to get ready to travel. So your girl is tired, okay? Tired. He got tired of smashing the barbershop girls and want Simone back. I hate that for him. That quite literally is the thing that I am most pissed about with the preview to next week. Because what do you mean Damon is going to go and try to get Simone back, or he wants that old thing back? This girl has not checked on you aside from text messages very, very early on. We haven't even seen her have a thought bubble worried about if you are okay. She never brings your name up. We don't even know if they had Simone tell him that she has cancer. Like, what y'all not going to do is have him try to come back as if nothing even changed and all of the time and the distance didn't matter at all. Like, let's be for real at some point. At some point, we got to choose to be for real, and I think we should choose today. But, you know, that's just me. Test. I think y'all can hear me all right. On here. We are also live and direct on Twitter Spaces. So yes, okay, perfect. Max says all these characters are shells of their former selves. Damon about to save us all. No, Damon's about to come here, be shucking and jiving for the approval of Simone Hicks, and I hate that for him. They wanted to make sure they gave him the Spencer James treatment, I suppose. Dari says I only caring about Damon to do his ass back at the airport when Simone tells him she doesn't want him. He better turn right around. About face. About face. When homecoming ends, I will finally be free of all American as a whole. You'll be free. Damon's coming back when Simone and Lando get together. Like, she is quite literally inconsequential, and that's no shade to her as a person, but like for Damon's life, she should 100% be inconsequential. So for them to just basically building up this plot point of like, this is going to destroy Damon and he wants to fight for his girl, it's like, please. The fighting happens along the way. It's not just, anyway. Hey, Brittany Joy, welcome in, boo. Brittany Joy says, hey, y'all, I'm upset. They're bringing Damon back stuck on Simone. Me too. All right, Kay Calloway gave this episode an 8 out of 10. Sabri Singh, hey, boo, gave it a 7.5. Brittany Joy gave it a 7. Kendra gave it an 8. Kay gave it an 8. I wish we got the confession at the end. Yeah, I kind of wish so too. Like, get it over with. Max says, Lamone fans going through it because how has it been 2 seasons? They still haven't solidified their relationship going into the series finale. I know y'all are in. And honestly, Mac, I appreciate the way that they're handling it. Like, she didn't pick him before, which I think she should have picked him over Damon for sure. But other than that, I appreciate the time and space that they gave Lamone this season for them to further flesh out their friendship and truly get to know one another, to slow Simone's old impulsive ass down. And have her do more than just fall for this guy and then everything changes. Oh my God, it is what it is. He's Earth, Wind, and Sun. It's like, no, like, let's think some of this through, please. I beg of you. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at all of like it taking this amount of time. I would have liked to get the confession at the end of this episode, but all of the stuff in the middle, all of that to me feels right. It feels good. But that's just me. I like Simone arriving at this little place for herself where she literally said, I had to give myself time to make sure, it wasn't just an infatuation or wasn't just something I was acting with off of impulse. That to me, like, without the time, we don't actually get the character development and the growth that we've been kind of begging for. So they couldn't really rush into it. I think that the waiting part is not a problem if you give your audience great things to wait for. And like once they arrive at where they wanted to get to, you did it in such a way that just made the whole journey poetic and the journey and experience that could, rival the actual arriving at the destination. Cases, they better have everyone in the last episode. I'm tired of the budget cuts. The budget cuts are so clear. My goodness, the budget cuts are crazy work, man. Like, crazy work. I'm trying to stop myself from spiking because it looks like I'm spiking, y'all. I don't want to blow out y'all's speakers. Imagine if Simone picks herself and doesn't get with anyone. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that per se. She gonna pick Damon again? Child, if she picked Damon again, I'm not even gonna be able to contain myself. If I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm not even gonna be able to contain. Hey, Shakina. You gave it an 8 out of 10. You really enjoyed this episode. Yeah, it was a solid episode. Max says, Simone will say, Lando, as much as I love you, I need to focus on myself in tennis. Tennis. Prepare yourselves. Haha. It will be okay if she picks herself, but this is all American. They ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna do this. Or do that. Shari says, why would Simone pick Damon again when she broke up with him? If Simone wanted to be with him, she would be. And this is all American. But you're right, Shari. But also this is all American. They be and for like the person I talked to be like, oh, you could be disappointed in how it ended. I haven't seen it yet. Like, I've seen the show just to me get better as the season progressed. So now I'm like kind of with a little bit of bated breath of like, I think that there's something that's coming out the woodwork that will piss me off, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's that. Hey, Sandrika Boo, welcome in. they're bringing Damon back for the same reason they brought Simone in the beginning, to set up Lamone. It's such a weird way to do it. So many other ways they could have did it, but whatever. Brittany Joy says your breakdown in this episode was Chef's Kiss, Erica. Oh, I'm glad that you enjoyed it, y'all. I've like so sleep deprived. So I shared like from my perspective and like how I really felt, but I was just like, after I finished it, I was like, I don't know if this makes sense or if I'm just like ranting about all of this feely because y'all know me. But quite a few of y'all have really enjoyed the breakdown, so thank you for telling me, and I'm glad that y'all really enjoyed it. We needed Nate in this episode. Oh, we needed Nate in this episode real bad. Max says, I saw a tweet that says Simone fell in love with Lando because of budget. Lando actually showed himself to be a stellar guy. Like, come on now. He showed himself to be a really amazing guy. Like, he went from the little fine chocolate who have a personality with Simone to like a well-rounded young man who anybody would, love to be with. We need Nate and Thea in this episode. Yes. It made so much sense and I loved it. Oh, awesome. I agree. They act as if Damon wasn't a main character and couldn't stand on his own outside of Simone, right? All right. So we didn't got everybody's ratings in. Everybody for the most part is around a 7 to 8-ish range, which tracks. Honestly, y'all really want to start this live off talking about JR, because I'm disappointed and I really didn't think that I would be back here. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of grieving JR. That sounds so weird to say. Am I grieving JR? Am I grieving JR? Like, Erica, why in the hell would you be grieving JR? JR? I don't know. Like, he won me over, and then now I'm just kind of like, womp womp. Let me open up the Discord, so if you guys want to sound off. Cendrika gave it a 9 out of 10. All right. So, like, what's my beef with JR? I'm annoyed by the idea that he really does want to be with Kesha all of a sudden. But I'm less annoyed about that, unless y'all, if you heard my breakdown, and I'm more annoyed about them having him as a character just not even consider Cam. Like, it's almost as if Cam wasn't his little bro. It's almost as if their relationship was never what it was. And I feel like they were way too close for JR to just be comfortable pining after Kesha. Even if he's like just arriving to a place of like realizing that he has really deep feelings for her, or the feelings are growing, to not see any type of resistance, any type of internal conflict, any type of anything on JR's behalf, specifically tied to his relationship with Cam, his brotherhood with Cam, that really pissed me off, and it's becoming a really big detractor of like, I don't know if I can trust what I have believed to be the case for JR thus far, because the JR in my mind, the JR that we have experienced, the JR I have come to learn and then love, that this would never be the case. So now that y'all are making this the case, it's just like, well, maybe he really is just a clown. Maybe he really is whack. Maybe he really is not that guy. And what I was thinking from the beginning in reference to him being a snake was 100% right. And yes, he has a softer tone, easy delivery, and he can communicate very well. But, wolves dress up in sheep's clothing every day, B. That's what it's given. Or at least given to me. How y'all feel about, hey Shanique, welcome in, boo. Shanique gave it a 9 out of 10 as well. How y'all feeling about JR from this episode? Because I'm really struggling with him. The whole, where is it? That moment in the crowd when he looked at Keshia, I said, oh my word. Are we really doing this? Like, are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? What do you mean, JR? What exactly do you mean? Because I'm confuddled. Lando's who we thought JR was. Come on with the message. Message. Shakina, it's a message. Exactly. You didn't hit the nail on the head. Shari says, I feel the same way regarding JR, the total assassination of his character. And it came out of nowhere. Like, it came out of like, I'm just, maybe that's also part of it. I'm resentful of like, I didn't even think that this was an option. And not that I didn't think it was an option for him to not to have feelings for Keshia or develop feelings for Keshia. Just the way that he handles it and their choice for this, for him as a character to speak to, oh, I care about you, or I like you, or I'm sorry, or I messed up, but then the behavior doesn't consistently back it up. Like when people were saying last week about he wasn't doing nothing and he didn't give a good goddamn as it pertains to Gabby, if we didn't believe that before, you have to believe it now. Because the same way he's showing absolutely no remorse, absolutely no consideration for Cam. And maybe this is just, on the writers in reference to the lack of character thoughts, because even like not watching him necessarily go to Cam and continuously apologize or keep running after Gabby, but his internal dialogue, his internal thoughts, his internal struggles that they actually do show us, all are devoid of any of the people who we quote unquote really care about. And then you make his major plot point this episode, him considering getting in bed with a corrupt booster just so that, to the ends justify the means type like what? Sabrina says, I didn't think he was a snake on the pilot episode. Yeah, but y'all know I was clocking it. Y'all was trying to eat me up about that. Brittany Joy says he evolved backwards. It's given he didn't truly love Gabby. It is given he did not truly love Gabby. Cam needs to put hands on him. Cam is already bigger, better, and has evolved on. Cam trying to figure out how he gonna get his girl back. Centrica says, I agree. He did the same to Gabby. I don't understand how at the very least they didn't show him struggling with it. That is literally my point. We don't even get to see the struggle as the audience. Like, bump the other characters seeing the struggle. They don't have to see the struggle, but the struggle is always there if it's real love, if it's real dedication, if it's whatever. It's something that you can't actually avoid if you're remorseful, if you feel guilty, if you're struggling with shame around something that you did, some hurt that you dished out to some people that you love. You cannot avoid the actual internal struggle that comes with it. That's the bare minimum. Max says they kept the wrong Sims brother. Heavy on it. It's given they kept the wrong one. Oh, Sabrina, you said you did think he was a snake. I really love what you said. Shekinah, you said that Lando is who we thought JR was. I think that is just so true and so powerful. They ruined JR's character, so disappointing. Kay Calloway says, I'm disappointed in the direction they've taken the JR character. Also in the beginning, JR is who y'all thought Lando was. Oh, it's the twofer for me. It's Shekinah and Cendrika hitting us with the double time. The double time, the back to back. Yeah, it's giving truth. It's giving facts. JR was given so much grace from the very jump. Max says, why Damon get all this hate when they made JR a terrible character so easily this season? It wasn't even a whole season. He was really doing really well, which is also, I guess, what I'm struggling with in reference to being back where I started basically, and not caring about JR as a character, and not like, I was so divested from JR at the very beginning. And like, yeah, I don't really see it. Like, yes, he's a cute. The actor who plays him is cute, of course, but as a character, he's weak. He gives snake. Like that was 100% my disposition. So for this season, for him to win me over, only for you to put me back in the same place that I was at the very beginning of the series in one episode, that is some wild work. Like wild. Shanique says, I'm really annoyed with JR. I don't think that Keshia is into him, and I don't see her wanting to be with JR over Cam at all. So he finna get his face cracked. That's what that's a given. He finna embarrass himself. Poor little Tink Tink. Bless his heart. He's not gonna enjoy what's coming his way. Hold on, y'all. Let me plug this in real quick. He is not about to enjoy the rejection that's coming his way. And y'all know y'all love to talk about some rejection, child. This about to be some real rejection. Because Keshia only needed to lose Cam in this way to realize, oh yeah, I have been set tripping. I need to stop set tripping. Cam is where I need to be. Do the writers hate JR's actor or something? Because this is insane. I doubt that. Hey, Etta, welcome in, boo. Brittany Joy says, they gave skaters. Oh, crocodile tears from Cam. Oh my goodness, them crocodile tears from Cam was spot on. Mitchell, you better act your soft. I tell you that. And JR acted like Gabby wasn't the first to save his life. Just completely clueless to it. He might as well go ahead and be Keke Palmer. Sorry to that woman. I don't know her. I hope I don't sound strange. I wouldn't know a thing. JR don't even know Gabby no more. But yeah, y'all, I had to start off there. If you want to sound off about JR specifically before we move on, go ahead and pop into the Discord and share your thoughts. I really just needed to get that out the way because I guess everything comes full circle, and I'm back not caring about JR. I'm back over him. I'm back ready for us to let's move on. He probably should have never really gotten our attention, and he couldn't keep the act up. So, yeah, well. Framing brothers ending the series single alone and just like their daddy. Oh Lord, that's nasty work to say for Damon. We don't know if he's out there really excelling, you know. Meanwhile, season 7 of All American keep enjoying Layla and Coop just to rub salt in the wound. They doing us real dirty. Hey, Money Green say you said this was a really good episode. I would go ahead and agree, honey. I would go ahead and agree. All right. Moving on. Cam took you out. Y'all want to go to Cam next? Mitchell Edwards. I think that's his full name. Mitchell took his role as Cam this season and said, "I'm finna show everybody what I'm capable of." The duality with his pain, but also passion, his vulnerability, his honesty, the communication that the character displays, while also still upholding little tinges of like toxicity, like when he didn't want to do the little pinky swear with Keshia. That's not like, I wouldn't say that's like a problem toxic type of thing, but that like plays into the tropes and the stereotypes of like masculinity or whatever. So like the duality of watching this character toe the line of having really great emotional intelligence, really great communication, like just being an all-around amazing boyfriend, lover, all of that, but then also still having his moments of jealousy, having his moments of violence. I just thought that it was such a beautiful portrayal of a black male in media, especially at that age. Like, you have to be very careful of what you look to in media and what you see, and especially what you decide to aspire to based off of what you see. But Mitchell's portrayal of Cam in All American and All American Homecoming as a complete arc is a masterclass in character growth, period. like even on a real person in real life level. And it is definitely something to aspire to. I really thought it was so poignant and dope and bold to imbue so much of Cam's story with the false belief of like you're not good enough or you're never going to be able to sustain a certain level of success because you're not worth it. I think that it's something that Black people are socialized into believing in various spaces in their lives, and it's something that we have to actively learn, unlearn, and unpack and heal through and push through. And I just think that they did such a beautiful job with showing just this one piece, a slice of life of that for the Cam character. Low key triggered by this ridiculously hard breakup and betrayal. It's all of it was just working. And Antonio, I think, is watching the episode now, so he's not actually in here. But when he goes back and listens to it, I'm like, I love this for you, friend. You've been the leader of the camp. I guess your prayers have been working, and you have never taken that man out your prayers, because the character that we have now is night and day, different than the Cam that we met in the original All American. And I'm so grateful that I got the chance to watch it play out. I would love to see more of this type of story for various Black male characters. Cam was great in this episode. I'm sure Kofi will have a lot to say this live. Kofi's at work right now. So he's gonna be popping in a little bit late if he doesn't miss it altogether. Cause I don't know how long I'm gonna be on here because I'm so sleepy. But if y'all want to see Kofi thoughts, he also posted in the Discord some of his thoughts. The emotions he showed was good. I felt it. And this is what I love about film and television, making people feel, or me consuming stuff and feeling like so much. I think in our world is set up to like continue to push this agenda of you being numb and not actually feeling, not feel called or pulled to be in touch with like your humanity and just kind of like coast and become this like thing, like low-key like a cyborg in our little society. And I love the media, whether it's television, film, podcast, music, whatever, that puts you in a space to really identify with human emotions that we all experience, but gives you a place to really exercise them, because I don't think our world actually does it. Chef's kiss, like I cannot say enough things. And shout out to Netta, because yes, Cam gave us the crocodile tears, showing the male vulnerability and the male being in touch with his emotions and allowing himself to be present in the moment, right? And, really express how he's feeling by way of crying. But also shout out to Netta and her portrayal of Keshia, of a woman who, like, when you finally face, right? Like you finally face that you're the problem in your life. That is a very sobering thing to experience. That can be a very scary thing to experience. It could be a lot. And she was just so brave and so beautiful in how she communicated all of her feelings, while also just taking so much accountability for all the big feelings that are involved in going down in this moment. Well, leading up to this moment, but like in this moment, she just quantified it so beautifully. I'm like, yo, y'all are aspirational for real. Man, it's okay for you to cry. Women, it's okay for you to be honest that you was dead ass wrong, and you're sorry that you're sorry to see how the consequences of your actions are playing out in this person that you deeply love, and you would never want them to feel what they're feeling, but you understand why, and you're so very sorry, and you're going to do anything that you can, not to necessarily fix it because you can't fix it, but to atone and be accountable to it, and to let this person know that this will never happen again, which is growth on both sides. Like, I wish I had a little bit more energy, because I feel like I could do more. But y'all feel me? Let me know if y'all feel me. Sabrina says, I agree, Erica, because some of these shows ain't it. Exactly. Cendrika said facts. Um, Max says All American will never have an arc as good as Cam's. Andre says Cam's emotional was great this episode. Yes, it was. Janique says, I love seeing vulnerability in men, predominantly black men. There is strength in vulnerability, nothing wrong with the man expressing his emotions. I love that Cam expressed that. Loved it. Like, I just want to sop it up like honey on a biscuit. Like, yes, inject it into my veins. Because what do you mean? This man loves this girl like so bad. This man felt so ridiculously betrayed by this woman, and he probably never even imagined himself being here. Kesha is the woman that he might have always dreamt of and wanted, but never really thought that he would get. And the problem is, she doesn't realize who she is and has ruined it all, and he don't have no control over it. It doesn't matter how supportive or how amazing or how honest, how creative. Like, Cam could bring out every bit of every amazing quality that he has, and nothing would be able to fix what is going on with Kesha on a personal level. And he's in a relationship with this. Like, that's what I picked up with from his tears. Like, I picked up the weight of like all of that, like the loving this person so deeply, but then knowing that you can't do a damn thing to get them to love you correctly, to get them to love themselves correctly, to get them to show up in this relationship in a way that would actually allow you to feel love as you know love, right? And um allow you to deepen how you display it. Like, it was so much in just his receiving in this moment and the tears that follow. It's just so brilliant. Ugh. Centrica says one thing All American Universe did was solidify my following in just about everything that comes next from these actors. Period. Period. Listen, I got a script I'm trying to get to Mitchell because I think that he would be a wonderful male in the short that I wrote. Like, I feel like it would just be gripping. So yes, we are locked into anything that they do next for sure. Um, hey Tink loves music. How are you, boo? I don't know, Mac. I don't know if Mitchell was the best actor on this show. I think that Peyton is really solid, but Peyton, I think, got a little bit stifled when they started to center his storyline all around Simone. It was like less places that he could actually go. So I wouldn't necessarily say that Mitchell is the best actor. I haven't even thought about it though, but I think that's something. Um, I guess it's something to think about. But they all are really, really amazing. So, Brittany Joy says not perfect, but whole and healing because the brokenness will not be held together by any amount of external love. Yes, exactly that. Exactly that. Um, Rodriguez says, I believe it hit her when she overheard Cam talking to Lando. I'm sure she'll move better moving forward. Hello. And it's so interesting because for me, what we got from Kesha in this episode is what I thought we were going to get from JR towards Gabby previously. So I'm low-key dealing with a mind right now because it's just like I didn't even know that Kesha had this in her. Hey Curly K, welcome in, boo. Shanique says, I also believe that they would do a time jump in the season finale. Hopefully we'll see who Simone chooses, if she chooses herself or in her career. Is it wrong, y'all? But I really don't give a good goddamn what Simone chooses anymore. I don't care if she wants to choose to play tennis. I don't care if she chooses to leave Brixton. I don't care about none of her choices. They didn't pull the string of who's she gonna choose too much. And I'm just like, I don't care. You alive, you healthy, you in remission, you whooping ass on the tennis court. Anything outside of that, I don't care. I don't care. Only thing that would kind of make me care is like I would hate it for Lando to not get chosen again, because I've now started to like really enjoy him as a character and him as a person. But that's like me caring because of how it's going to affect him specifically, not in caring or in being invested in what the hell Simone's finna do and the choices that she gets to make, because she doesn't choose well most times. Most times she does not choose well. So is that where we're going now? We talking about Simone, who has to take Trudy's place, who is like Trudy's number one, we learn in this episode, and Simone is number two, but Trudy's grandfather passes, so Simone now has to compete in Trudy's spot against the little rival yo. Like, let's take a second to talk about the little rival yo, because I could not imagine, but I also played contact sports. Like, well, I guess volleyball is not technically a contact sport. It's more similar to tennis than like basketball. But like, I grew up playing basketball. I was playing basketball since I was in first grade. The way, what do you mean? Y'all showing up and y'all not getting jumped and you talking at my pep rally? Like, I feel like most of the fights I've ever been in were like team fights. Because what the hell do you mean, little girl? What do you mean you're coming to a tennis pep rally? That's already rare in and of itself. But then you come and talking who decided to write this? Because part of it felt unreal, and then the other part felt like, okay, so then why aren't we throwing hands, feet, legs, and arms? What is really going on? Do you guys believe Cam and Kesha will find themselves back together? I do now after this episode. I 100% do after this episode. I just didn't understand, y'all. Where is it? This little moment with the little bitter ass rival. Like, little girl, please. Please. Yeah, Sabrisa says I was gonna come through the screen and use my hands. It reminded me of Bring It On. And what in the Compton Clovers is going on here? What in the Compton Clovers is going on here? Because what? It definitely gave Bring It On vibes. But ma'am, y'all are not the Compton Clovers. Simone's team is the Compton Clovers. What are you talking about? And low key, y'all, I did enjoy the freshmen getting Simone together about people bent over backwards to support Simone Hicks, and sometimes you gotta be able to stand up on your own too. I agree 100%. Like, she had a little sass in how she said it, and I didn't appreciate the dang on girls being so caught up with like, nobody's coming to my game. Nobody's coming to my game. Like, if y'all don't relax, that's gonna happen. Are you gonna play the sport or are you not? No way, she should have got the last word on my court. Period. Exactly, Kay. Like, I don't understand. Between the tennis team and the people watching, nobody ain't throw no food. Nobody ain't throw no drinks. Okay, I get it. Coach Lonnie here, so maybe you don't want to throw hands, but something would have got thrown. You ever feel like NK wrote this episode? I didn't even look. Ooh, Tink Love Music says she high key don't deserve Lando. What y'all think? Do y'all think that Simone? Let's do a poll for that one, because that one's hit me hard a little bit. Does Simone deserve Lando, y'all? Inquiring minds got to know. Yeah. Does Simone deserve Lando? Ooh. Y'all asking the right questions tonight. Hendrika says, I want their happiness. However, they don't need to be together. Them moving on as friends after having a beautiful love, and the lessons learned after would be realistic and beneficial for them both. Yes, I love how you put that. I love it. Oh wait, Cendrika, you talking about Simone and Lando, or you talking about Kesha and Cam? Cause I ain't gonna hold y'all. I kind of want Kesha and Cam back together now. Did you see the files like they finna do something? Like y'all all could get jumped. That's not a problem. That's not a problem at all. Y'all all can literally get jumped. Simone is too needy. Ooh. Nick says, me too. I do not want her with JR. Keep the Vortex stuff in All American OG. The way he sits and drools over her should have been the same energy he poured into apologizing Gabby, but no. Speak on it. Speak on it. They had a bougie make believe HBCU. They don't fight. Heavy on that. Heavy on that, because the way hands, feet, legs will be thrown at a real HBCU, baby. Okay, Janelle. I get what you're saying. At this point, Simone and Lando should be together. Kendra, I'm so scared. I am so scared for Lando and Simone to get together, specifically because I don't want Simone to break Lando's heart a second time. I don't trust Simone with Lando's heart. And I cannot, I can't reconcile that for whatever reason. I'm really struggling with it. Does Simone deserve Lando? Go ahead, place y'all's votes. Who thinks that she don't deserve Lando? I know Simone's capable of loving him in the way he deserves. You said initially no. That's what I'm about to say. She is capable of it, but will she do it? That's the question. That's the major question. What has she done for him besides pose? Ooh, not you saying the quiet part out loud. Big loud. Big loud. I love them getting interrupted so many times this episode. That was funny. Simone is too all over the place to commit to anyone. People get dropped at any whim. Ooh. Curly K says, yeah, I definitely don't trust Simone anymore. You better not fumble Lando this time. Oh, you talking about Cam and Kesha? You could see Cam and Gabby being together years down the line. I could too, but I also want to hold out for platonic love and only that. Hey, Toy. Oh wait, I'm not even in the room yet. So, hey, Toy. Can you hear me? Oh, I cannot hear you. So let me adjust really quickly. Say something else for me, Toy. Yeah, it's not coming through. Let me restart this. Okay, can you hear me now? Let me try again because I still cannot hear you.
That is so weird.
Oh, I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay.
You just gotta mute the YouTube because I can hear an echo.
No, I turned off YouTube. I'm not having any YouTube. Nothing's on, just me. Okay. How are you doing today, Erica? By the way, I'm so sorry. I'm rude.
It's okay. I'm tired. I had a long travel day, so I'm like super tired.
I totally understand. I just came from school, so I totally get it. I'm C. Brinson, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand where they're coming from in regards to, does Simone deserve Lando? I think she does, though, because she does have that. What I loved about this episode is what she said to Kesha from the beginning. She was like, I had to make sure that it wasn't just because he was helping me out or whatever. She's like, I had to make sure that these feelings were real. And she actually explored them. Like any other time, she just jumps in. You know, she's so impulsive. But she is so impulsive sometimes. And because like even with Jordan, she was impulsive. Remember, she like, boom, they jumped in so fast. Even though I did like that relationship, but I still think that they jumped in pretty fast because like 1 minute they were just boyfriend and girlfriend, and the next minute, boom, they're married. You see what I'm saying? So I think with this situation, I think she's taking her time, and that's even better. Now with the Damon situation, I don't even know why they bring this man back. Listen, I love you, Damon. I think you were a great actor, Peyton. You are awesome. And I hate that they didn't have you in this season, because why did we need JR? Why did he need to? We didn't need it. We should have just kept Damon if that was the case. Because I'm so mad at JR. I'm disappointed.
Wait. Before you go there, going back to Simone and if she deserves Lando. For me, it's less about. I don't know why I can hear echo.
I don't know why you can hear an echo, because
Like, really
I don't even have YouTube on.
Okay, I'm just gonna try to tune it out.
Okay.
It's one step for her to take time and like not jump in and not make a rash decision. Cool. The other part that is still very much so missing, at least for me, what is Simone going to do for Lando? We even got to watch Kesha like up in the world to like, you are not giving up your dream. I don't give a damn. And you didn't have to tell me that. I just needed to know something was afoot, and now Lando, sit your behind down and detail it. Okay, so then bet this is what we're gonna do. We have yet to see Simone do any of that. So yeah, she's making strides of like not acting impulsively, but you still are going to be served by Lando. I don't know what she's going to do to serve Lando in a relationship. And for me, it's not enough for you to just be there and be cute and be Simone.
I totally agree with you 100%. I just think that even though like you're absolutely correct. I don't know if you can hear me and it's actually better now. I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry that
it's okay.
You were hearing that. Okay. Is there any more feedback? Because I don't know where that was coming from.
I don't hear feedback from you. I hear feedback from myself.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't have anything on. Okay.
You might have it on speaker. Are you listening now on speaker in Discord?
No,
it might be that.
No, I'm on headphones now. I took it off speaker. I had it on speaker.
Oh, okay. So now I don't hear myself. So there we go.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so it's like it's the twofold part of it. Like, great girl, you thought and like your feelings are real and you know that they're real. But then also, when is this going to not just be about you? Because even within their friend group, like, of course, like she had cancer, so everybody is going to conspire for her healing and her wellness. But can we honestly say that Simone has given to her friends as much as they have given to her, even outside of the cancer?
I definitely agree in that aspect. Yes, most definitely. I don't think she has given much as they have given her. No. However, I do think he makes her better, though. I think he makes her better because all those things. You get what I'm saying? But they could be friends.
I hear you, but it's just like, that's the part. Like, stay friends then. Don't get into a relationship because that's still a heavy lift for Lando to get into a romantic relationship where there's a certain level of reciprocity that's expected the more that your relationship evolves. Like when you go from acquaintance to friend, there's now additional responsibilities. There's additional expectations. When you go from friend to lover, it's additional things. If you go from lover to husband, it's additional things. And like, if you're still bringing the same thing that you were bringing when y'all was then going acquaintances, and it's like your great personality and all of these opportunities for people to prove that they're great people because they can do so much for you, then why do you actually need to move up a level in reference to how y'all relationship plays out? Y'all could just stay friends for that.
That is true. Like I said, I wouldn't have a problem with her picking herself, but we all know how All American is. So I don't even know why y'all gonna even that shouldn't even be an option, because you know how All American. They might surprise us though.
He will want her to like express her feelings, like tell him that you want him or whatever. But I would want, honestly, I would really love it if Lando would ask the question in some shape or form about like, well, how would you want our romantic relationship to look? And then when she can't provide what she would actually do for him to choose himself. I would much rather if it was framed that way.
I definitely agree with you. No disagreement whatsoever. I just, like I said, I just think that he is good for her. However, maybe this isn't the time right now for them to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe later on in life, when she grows the frick up a little bit more, then, you know, they can be together. But right now she needs to focus on herself, especially since, you know, you were sick and all these other things are happening. You need to focus on yourself because you don't even know what you want. You know, you want tennis. Exactly. A man, something, yeah.
And so it's like, and it only takes a great person with great intentions to like make people better. Like I don't think that there's a shortage of people available to help make people, you know, better. I think that there was way more reciprocity in the Simone Jordan relationship where you could really see what each of them got out of the deal.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because even when he was with Layla and he came to Bringston, you seen what Jordan brought. I mean, because Jordan, you know, I don't like him, but Jordan brings things to the table as well. He, you know, he gives good advice. You know, but right. That's why he needs a strong woman in his advice. That's why he had Simone first, and he had Layla, because when he was doing the chicken heads, it wasn't working for him. So when he finally got a strong woman, he didn't know how to handle it because he's never had one. So then when you think of it like that, and now he's getting them, great job. We love that. But you also have to know how to keep them too. And you also have to know how to treat them as well. And he don't. And but you know, it takes time, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, Alicia, welcome in.
Hey. Oh God, this episode was very good, but certain things are stressing me out. But with Simone and Lando, I'm trying to think. I feel like it's kind of tough to know if she deserves him because of the whole her being fake storyline, where it's like he has a lot of people showing up for her. I feel like with also the season being short and all this, we really don't get to see, I guess, her really, I guess, showing up for, not even just Lando, but a lot of them, because a lot of them were trying to be there for her. The only
but
thing
even
really
in this episode, I just thought about this just now while you were talking. In this episode, she's in there when Cam comes back sulking about the interview, and she has nothing but damn, that's it. Like she just like looks like, well, damn, and Lando's like, don't worry about it, I got it. She has nothing. As a leader in PKZ, you know, a former captain of your tennis team, like the way that Kesha, not that she needed to spring into action and give the suggestion that Kesha made, but Simone had nothing to offer.
She said, look, music. She said, look, music.
Hold on now.
She like, look, music ain't my forte.
Right. But she did catch somebody who did know music, and that was Layla. Yay. So there is that. I don't know what to say. Even
if she got cool with Layla, it's like, look, you know,
that was a stretch, and y'all know it.
I mean,
listen, I know.
It is, but I mean, I mean, she don't know nothing about music, and I'm like, the one person you do know is kind of like, well, I guess I'll give her a ring.
And it fell on
like,
deaf
I know she
ears the
married
same
my
way that
ex.
call should have been on deaf ears.
I mean, Layla was the one that wanted to be her friend again. So I mean, maybe
Okay.
Layla wanted a little bit of crumbs.
She flew her happy ass out there to like be cool with Simone again. Simone, I'm so sorry.
Hey, if I gotta use you to help, hey.
And you know what? You know
sometimes
how we know
you
that
was
was
use
never
your
really
sources.
That couldn't have actually been genuine, because Layla Keaton, if she was really about that action, she would be walking that person into whatever things herself, or signing them herself. So yeah, she answered the phone for Simone because whatever. This was so trite. The writers, that was the one thing I don't like about the whole episode, because that was some bullshit if I've ever seen it.
Fair.
I agree, because that's not Layla's first of all, if Layla really believes in something, she's gonna do everything that she can to make sure that that person.
But that would have to mean she believes in Cam. So I mean,
no, but I'm saying if she, first of all, how Layla,
but if she cared about Simone in any kind of real way, it wouldn't matter that it was Cam. It wouldn't That's matter. The point.
Fair.
No.
So they trying it.
Yeah.
That was different. Especially she's probably was like, "Oh my God, Simone, you called me? What?" You know.
I'm mad.
So
I know. I'm not even sure that Jordan would be allowing her to answer the phone from Simone anymore at this point. Like, let's be for real. But y'all, 63%
for Simone.
63% said that Simone does deserve Lando, and y'all just love being nice because.
Okay,
I'm gonna need to vote for no.
I was gonna say, I know at least the one little thing that she did was that she bought all his paintings. Not his paintings, his photos. Because even though Lando was
all the photos that were triggered by her deeply hurting him and completely corrupting him.
Look.
Ooh, that was still for her. Yeah.
Yeah. Look. She said, "Look, I'm going to support your art. Look,
I'm going to support your art because I broke your heart."
Right. Did you support him because you were actually trying to support him, or did you support him because you felt guilty? There's a difference.
I mean, I think I would maybe feel that way if she had told him, "Oh yeah, I bought them." I mean, I feel like if you kind of do something like how
she didn't do that because she was still with Damon, and Damon wasn't having it. Damon clearly was 100% fine with her keeping her distance from Lando. So what does it look like, Damon? I bought all of his paintings, and I need to go tell him I bought all of his paintings.
Look, I was trying to give her some crumbs.
Y'all do. Y'all trying real hard. Y'all trying real hard. And I'm just pointing out the facts. Y'all, going back to this scene, when I really think about it, she had nothing. Cam is sitting on the side of this bed like, my life is over. And she just like, damn.
Now I gotta rewatch it.
She's looking at it like, maybe you right. Said that. Maybe you right. It might be over.
Yeah, like I'm sorry to hear that. Damn.
But when it's her, everybody need to know to move the mountains. Everybody need to assemble.
Okay, let me see if Layla can reach out to someone else. Cam says, "No, I'm blackballed from the whole industry." It's like, oh, I don't know what to do. It's like, I don't know. You're blackballed from all of you.
I mean, you gotta think about it.
How did you do that?
Wait a minute. Hold on.
How did you do that?
Well, wait a minute. In the top of the episode, she did give Cam some good advice. She said, "I believe that you're gonna make it, Cam. I know you're gonna make it." I thought that was good until this.
Nobody said that Simone don't have flowery words to say. We just said that Simone don't have no action behind them flowery words. When everybody else is giving her photo shoots, is taking her to and from treatments, lying to Auntie Amar and everybody else. Like, everybody else has got to give, and have actions behind their love for Simone. But Simone just got flowery words and smiles and a little bit of vibes.
I totally agree with you on that. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
it's unfortunate. She had nothing for this boy. Lando said, "Don't worry about it. I got it." Because he got nothing.
She looked back at Lando like, dude, you gonna help? Like, what the hell?
Then Lando got the nerve to be kicking up dust to Keshia later on, like, and Keshia gotta tell him sit down. Like, Simone giving you nothing. Keshia trying to give you everything. You better get it together.
babe. Well, see, she got well. Shoot, I can't say nothing because I'd be Simone. I'd be like, "Oh, you're blackballed. Ooh, I don't got that many. I don't know what to do
She
there."
said, "Oh well, I tried."
Right. Oh,
Well,
well,
I
I tried. Pretty much.
Brittany said, Simone said, sorrow's prayers.
Look at her face. She looks so blank. Like,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. When you really think about it, it's like, Simone, please. Meanwhile, people gotta move mountains with you, girl. And if they don't, you say you don't support me. You don't believe in me. You don't. Like, you read Nate every last one of her rights.
That's why I said. But that's why I said she needs that time to grow up. Don't get me wrong. She's been in college. However, some people get out of college and they still ain't grown up. You know that.
Oh, facts.
But
facts.
she needs to take that time to herself and figure out Simone and grow the hell up. Because some of the things that she be doing, I'd be like, Simone, really? Why? Why did we do this? You know what I mean? And so, like, she needs the time to grow up. She don't need to be with anybody. She needs to take that time to be with herself and figure out what is it that she wants. We already know
I feel like the conversation should really be, though, y'all, of like, we need to have more of the conversation of like, you wanting somebody isn't enough. That's not enough of a reason. You have to want to impact people in a positive way, in a progressive way.
Yes.
Like, I was having a conversation with some friends the other day, and we were just talking about intentionally being impactful and not just being friends with people to have acquaintances or having friends, but like aligning with people that you actively want to add value to in any way that actually manifests. And that's something that I don't think is a natural thing. It could be, like, we could definitely move in that place, but so much of our decision making, so much of our community sometimes is like, well, this person looks cool and I want to be their friend, or this person, I'm attracted to this person, and so like we need to be together. And it's like, but then what else? Like, there should be something else.
What else?
You're attracted to them,
exactly.
And then what will you give to them in exchange, if you will, and not to make everything seem transactional, but in exchange for you having a proximity that you want to this attractive person, what will they get from you being in proximity to them? And we need to start thinking about that.
And it's just like, I was having a conversation with my friend, and I explained to them, I said, because we're both in school, and I told them, I said, if I'm not sitting here pushing you and motivating you, then what type of friend am I? There's no reason why we should both be in school and be struggling when we're both could be helping one another to pass that, finish line of actually getting our degree. So do it together. And I said, if I'm not doing that, then I'm not your friend. I'm just somebody who sits here and talks to you and listens to you whine about whatever. That's not a friend to me. A friend is really trying to motivate that person, trying to make that person better than what, you know what I mean? Like, and just like they do the same for you. And my student,
I know with my people, people hate me because I am someone who does not want to be friends with everybody. I'm not a social butterfly. And I'm like, look, I am someone who likes to give people things. I'm someone who likes to be there for people and really put time and effort into my relationships. I'm not someone who can do, I feel like genuinely you cannot be friends with like 50, 60, 70 people and really like
at all. Me neither, child.
And maybe
I don't got the capacity.
but that's not me. I got my close core group, and that's who I focus on. Like, I remember even a couple weeks ago, I was literally helping my friend set up her LinkedIn profile because I'm like, hey, look, I've been doing this. Let's go ahead and find you some jobs. Let's put it together. Like, I can't mentally. I'm like, look, that's too many people. Y'all got it. I'm gonna focus on my small 5, 6, 7 friends, and the rest of y'all got that.
My mama used to always tell me that there are your true friends, and then there's just people that are around you. There's a difference. Ooh. So your true friends, the ones that's ride or dies, the ones that's gonna always have your back, those are the ones that you want to keep around. And 9 times out of 10, it's like 2 or 3 people. It's not even that many people. But the people that are just around you, them is just the people that are around you. They come around, and you're like, oh, you want to go to the club? Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, no problem. That doesn't make them a friend. That just makes them the people that are around you. So I definitely agree with you. Keep your friends closer and keep them small lit, because when they get big, that's when all the drama happens anyways. When you have that big
conflicting dates and da 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 da. Why you do this and this and that? I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up.
And
Well, I
taking
heard
it
you
even one
said
step
this.
further, it's like, how do you, the way that I get to know my friends, like, I could not imagine storing that much information for 40 people, even 20 people. I could not imagine having 20 close friends. I know too much about the people who are in my close circle. How would I'm not an encyclopedia.
I've been in situations, I ain't gonna lie, where it'd be like, I'm talking to someone, I'd be like, wait, I didn't have this conversation with you. Who was I talking to? Then I start saying stuff, and I'm like, wait, you weren't who this was about. Let me shut up before I say something else. Like, it's too much, please.
I mean, I think most of y'all want to reward Simone with Lando because Lando actually wants her. But I would argue even with that of like, the man could actually want her and have all of this greatness to give. But depending on the timing, and if it's poor timing when they actually happens, it could wind up ruining him further.
But wait a minute, Erica. Damon wants her too. So hold on.
Okay,
wait a minute. wait a minute.
When I tell y'all, this might be my season finale right here, because I am really negotiating not watching next week because I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood, y'all. What Damon has been living out his best pro baller life in a whole other country, and you mean to tell me he can't get Simone Hicks off?
Yes, I did not understand that. Why do we need two love triangles? First, we have JR and his whatever feelings for Kesha. Yeah, okay. And then we have now Damon who's coming back for Simone.
Okay, like real quick going to JR, because you got your little feelings for Kesha, but you also dragging your behind with that either. So you ain't in a rush or a hurry to confess to Gabby that you actually love her. You also ain't in a rush or a hurry to spill out your feelings to Kesha. Like, it's giving you're not passionate about much of anything, and you go wherever the wind blows, JR. And I hate that for you too. Go ahead.
Okay, I think he needs to figure out who he is as well.
I've been wanting to talk about this because I had to like go through like episodes and stuff. I forgot that JR, I feel like compared to the other couples that we've seen on the show, like JR and Gabby got together within a span of like 2 episodes. Like, and I remember they got together after JR was attempting to be a hoe and it failed because he was like, I'm not a hoe. I'm really actually kind of a lover boy.
Like, yes, I remember that.
Yeah, so I'm like, it wasn't really like they built on it and really had they didn't have episodes to develop. Like, they had like 2, maybe 3, but really 2 episodes. And then maybe it's because Gabby isn't season regular and she was a reoccurring character that, like, to me, looking at the relationship overall, especially since we had a whole time jump, their relationship was just never really completely flushed out. Like, these are 2 like, to me, they're 2 gorgeous Black people. They're both engineering majors. Like, they look together career wise, they could go together. But I'm like, we really didn't get a lot or get as much as we have other characters.
That's true. We have had to fill in the blanks a lot.
That's true.
And because like, he's such a passive character and she's such a strong character, it was easy to go with it in reference to like trusting her to make the decision of her partner. Like, basically the audience bought into her and JR because she felt very serious and confident about it.
Yeah. And I feel like even the moments that we did see, it was like, okay, you know, what was it like when they got together? He had like text or whatever. She met him straight up on the baseball pitch and kissed him, and then it was like where she kind of checked him about the advice he gave to get to Damon at the masquerade ball about him and Simone, whatever. Then we got her. I feel like we genuinely haven't seen him do anything for her, like, at all, besides the date. But Kesha was helping with that, and we all know that whole, well, you playing my perfect day to yours, that whole thing. But it's like, we really haven't seen or heard him really do anything for her. We really haven't seen a lot of their relationship. And I don't know. It's kind of like how with Lando and Eva. Like, yeah, they like Eva, cool, sure, fine. But like, Lando was a little hoe. It was like, yeah, we were cool, but like, do I really? It's like, I feel like JR cared and he didn't want to hurt her, but do I think he was really thinking about their futures the way Gabby was thinking about? No. Like,
Not in the
I don't
least.
know if it was really maybe a
Yeah, because they
serious,
really
like, they didn't show how serious or deep it was or wasn't for JR. Well, you know.
well with that situation, and that's so sad that we really didn't get to see that them evolving, because you're right, we only seen like 2-3 episodes, and then after that, the break happened, and then we didn't even know if the show was going to come back, and now the show is back, and they had that big time jump. So my question is, were they together in that time jump? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and then how I was
I
thinking so
believe that
too,
they
but
were
because
together
they
the
were
same amount of time that Keshia and Cam were. So they are both
No,
couples have been together for a
well,
year
no,
and something.
Keisha and Cam got
No,
together
Keisha
season
and
one,
Cam
right?
were way before then. Yeah, they
Keisha
were
and
in
Well,
Cam
they were
season
season one.
well,
one.
but
They,
they
Season
were
one.
they were
JR and
like
Gabby,
they were smashing then. They started off as
well,
like that. I'm saying
friends with
the
benefits.
like committed relationship was the timing was very close.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I agree.
JR and Gabby got together. What was it? I think I checked was like season 2, episode 7, because I had to go back and check for my records. Yeah. So I
That's
was
true.
like, I'm like, okay, they literally got together halfway, basically second semester or freshman year type, where I guess Keisha and Keisha and Cam were all, even if they weren't officially together, they were involved with each other for longer. But we still had more moments with them, especially with them both being series regulars versus Gabby being reoccurring. Like, we had to see them too. Like, Gabby was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with Tink in what she said. She said that JR really didn't know himself, and he was literally trying to understand himself. Like, what did he really have? All he had was football and his sickness. That was it. He didn't have, baseball and his sickness, and that's it. He really wasn't doing anything else. Lando had photography, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they were
I
all
don't know if
fleshed
he
out
was actually
except
trying
JR.
to get to know himself. I feel like we met JR at a place where he was very much so comfortable with who he was at the position that he was, and he made decisions, I guess, that spoke to his core values, but he also made other decisions so that sometimes conflicted his jealousy with Damon and certain things. Like, when I really sit down and think about it, I don't feel like any of those things was him with any kind of desire to truly get to know himself. And maybe that's part of the problem now, is that he doesn't know who he is, but he has not actually been trying to. He created a life, felt like Damon disrupted that life and took all of the shine or whatever, and then got over that, and then had another issue and then got over that, and then gets the girl. Like, I think this is also what makes me kind of frustrated with the JR characters, because regardless of all of his missteps, he continuously gets blessed, and he really, to me, casts his pearls before the swine, and like not actually recognizing the blessings and just playing them down like they're not damn blessings. Meanwhile, other people have to fight tooth and nail to get a quarter of what he's getting. And it's all under the guise of
I definitely agree.
You don't know yourself. Like, okay, fine, but get to know yourself. Like, you're about to do another year in college, not because academically you have to, even with your sickness, but because you want to play baseball. It's not just about baseball. Unearth whatever that driving force is, and we're not seeing him ask those questions. Every bit of all of his arguments within his conflict are all so damn surface level. So yes, I do agree with Tink that he doesn't know himself, but I don't think that he's been searching to find himself at all.
But I also think that's the writing as well, because if you look at the way that they did JR from the beginning, right? All it was baseball this, baseball that, baseball this, baseball that. There was nothing else. And then
it was
once you get to,
it was KK and
sorry.
look at me. Because when Damon came, it was look at Damon, and he was pissed about KKK. Look at Damon. Yeah.
Wait, did you say KK? Huh?
Right, when he was in the fraternity. When he was in the fraternity, it was about
that was his personality.
And it was yeah. He was a pretty boy, like, fraternity. And then after that, when the whole situation with the bleeding of the nose, right? Because that was the last episode of season 2. Then all of a sudden, it was like no cake, no fraternity, and all he had was baseball. But
if anything, we're watching
are.
him run from identities that he want to reject, like being the sick kid or being the former baseball players, but we're not seeing him run to anything intentionally in reference to who he wants to be.
I think the thing is almost like I understand, like, in a sense of, like, I'm gonna touch base on Damon real quick, but I'm gonna bring it back of, like, Damon was an MLB prospect, so of course, like, baseball program is gone. Of course, like, he's someone that can go to a program league or whatever and do his thing there, because I mean he would, like, his dream is to go to the MLB. He was already a prospect, so he like, nah, if baseball not here, I gotta go. I think the thing with JR is, like, did he not want to go pro? Did he not? Like, what's his end goal? Like, what this? I feel like we don't know. Like, yeah, he wants to bring baseball back to Bringston, but it's like, okay, what happens after graduation? Like, I feel like what
I was just about to say this, because, like, now that we're unpacking him, JR gives the vibe of the student that never wants to leave college.
Woo, don't he?
Like that.
I was like, that's what I was thinking.
He's
I was
not
like,
thinking about what's after because he doesn't want to leave.
No. But that's the thing, though. It should be more fleshed out than with that.
Because that's the story. Like, there are very much so students at every year in every class. There are students who are like, this got them out of the hood, or this got them away from an abusive situation. This got them away from their narcissistic ass parents. And they love it here. They find a life that feels great. It finally feels like they can breathe, and they will stay there forever if they could. There are very much so students like that. And to your point, if this is the thing for JR, they did not do a good job of telling that story.
JR peaked in college, and now he don't know what to do.
It wasn't even peaking. That's the crazy part.
But okay, okay. I did have a question of, like, when y'all say, like, JR was a snake in the beginning. Are we going based off of season 1, episode 1, or are we going based off the pilot episode on American? Because they switched up
both.
I feel like because I feel like with the pilot episode they did, like, I mean, they switched up Damon's character too, and the mama, like, they switched up certain people's personality and elements. So I'm like, Damon's
personality didn't switch up. Damon, if you got to know him, his arrogance dropped, but strangers got arrogant Damon. So that wasn't different. It's just we are watching the show once we are launched in, like, after the pilot.
It wasn't the arrogance. It was the parent thing that they had changed up that whole.
Yeah.
But I feel like I feel like even with JR, like, I mean, he still had his voice, but I feel like in the pilot it was very blatant versus when they got to the show. It's like, I mean, it was still there, but I feel like it was kind of
it was a little bit more subtle, and I think I was able to pick up still on what I felt like was a snake-like tendencies because of what I believe would be his rationale for the decisions that he made. So in the pilot, it was more so like, why are you looking at people this way? This feels weird. And the following episodes, it was like, okay, you did this thing, not considering how this would hurt this, not considering how this would look this. Oh yeah, you're actually a snake internally. It's not even just about you having jealous eyes or you da-da-da-da-da. This is in you. That's what I recall my critique of him being in the season 1 as a whole.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like even with him, they could have did something. Yeah, I feel like they could have did something like, okay, your parents got divorced. We could have fleshed that out a little bit more. Your mama cheating on your daddy being a piece of crap. Your mama hooking up with a man, and then y'all causing this whole. I feel like we could have got a little bit more on that, because I feel like we just kind of brushed that to the side a little bit. Like, we just gonna your parents get divorced and your mama. I feel like it was a lot there that they could have added to his character as well, but it was just like they just kept it KEK in baseball.
Some people would be like that. Vanessa says, I thought JR was an engineering major. He is. But even when Gabby offered up, like, let's apply for internships and let's da-da-da-da-da, he wasn't checking for that because he doesn't see anything after the fact. He is here to be an engineering student. He's not yet committed to being an engineer.
But then it's still like, okay, if you want to go to MLB, Pookie, I don't know what it is, transfer. You were sick. I don't know, the whole redlining thing. You be like, the transfer.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and say there's anything wrong with you staying in college, like, for however long you need to finish. That's fine, but, like, bro, like, you're not doing anything though. Like I'm so confused because they did not flesh this character out. I'm like, why don't I like you? And I don't know why, but now I know you're not doing nothing. Like, it makes no sense. And you're in college, bro. What are you doing? Your time is almost up. So what are you doing? What is the next step? That's what you should be asking yourself. Damn baseball. What are you gonna do next when you get out of college? Because baseball's not always gonna be there. So what do you do? I mean, some of these athletes do not think about the next step. They just think about, okay, this is what I'm going to do. But what if you don't make it? What's your next step? What are you going to do? And there's always has to be a backup plan.
That man really gave them the whole speech on Second Life. And JR said, okay, my second life is going to be this baseball club.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed.
I'm done with him. At this point, I'm just annoyed that he got me for like 6 or 7 episodes to actually buy into him, because I had already written him off a while ago, and the fact that I even went back on that's the thing that pisses me off right now.
I know, Erica. I know. We were rooting for you, JR. We were rooting.
This season, they just ruined him. It's like, for what?
All that progress, all that growth just went
like, y'all
to
really to the end of the season where everyone just not like, and it's like, bro, come on. And what makes me even irritated is like, even going back to the whole Kesha of it all, I really feel like they're even more messed up, because I feel like Kesha got the clarity she needed from that kiss. It was like, this isn't what I thought it was. This ain't what I wanted. Meanwhile, JR was like, perhaps. And that's the kicker.
Heavy on the Heavy on the
Kesha got clarity of like, nah, I'm good. Meanwhile, JR is like,
he put that one toe in, thought he had it. She kissed me though, bro. So I thought I had it. You ain't had shit, bro. Go on.
Like, look, and don't get me wrong, I love Kesha this episode. It don't take away from the fact that she was a villain in the previous episodes.
Oh my gosh,
girl, you were still, but like.
So maybe, wait a minute. So maybe JR can turn it around, because we didn't like Kesha for a while because of the things she was doing. So maybe JR can grow the fuck up and
need to like
but we
one episode.
The problem is, for me, I actually like Kesha beforehand. I didn't like JR from the beginning, so he can't come back to a place that he never even was at home.
No, but what I'm saying is well, what I'm saying is Kesha had her villain era, because there was a time where, because I did like Kesha even from the beginning, but she did have her villain era at when, especially when she kissed him. Why? I don't know. But I get why she did it now, because she likes to mess things up. That's what she said. She likes to mess things up.
I think the thing, honestly, with JR is that this is bigger than just a villain era, which is probably why it's the problem. Why it's such a big problem. It'll be one thing if you can explain it away with like Kesha, certain insecurities and lack, and now this is a villain era. This feels like who JR is. Yeah. Which means he stays there. He doesn't go in and out of a season of it.
Yeah, because they gave him no slack. Like, I thought that was crazy. Like, after the whole situation, Kesha got the brunt of everything, and he really got nothing. And then he was just like sitting there, like so nonchalant, like you didn't just blow up the whole thing, acting like nothing is going on. Like, do. Oh well, no. What are you doing, sir? Like, what is this? I don't understand.
Yeah, because realistically, who's gonna check him? I'm like, Simone and Nate are always gonna check Kesha, because I'm like, that's their girl, and they live with her. And then it's like, okay, freaking Damon's gone. Simone goes to JR, and it's like, look, I can't say a lick of nothing to you, because I've had my own situation, so I can't. The only person who maybe could have checked JR was Nate, and Nate ain't checked JR.
Well, no, I was just glad that Gabby checked him last episode.
I am, but I'm just like, within the friend group, other than Nate possibly, and Nate didn't do it, no one else was gonna check JR for real. Like, they really like made Kesha think and checked on her while she sobbing, looking out the window like it's a 90s music video and shit. Like, girl, it's like
Keish says, if this is all true, then what did Gabby see in him? And y'all, we gotta stop with the profanity because YouTube keeps flagging me.
My bad, my bad,
It's
my
okay.
I'm
bad.
so sorry. I apologize. He gets me annoyed. I'm so sorry. I think what Gabby seen in him was something that he didn't see in himself. So like she seen something that was in him that he didn't see in himself. And he's never going to see it in himself because he needs to figure out who he is as a person. What he should have did was with that whole situation with Gabby is like, listen, Gabby, I think we should take the time to like take a break because I need to figure out who I am. I need to figure out what I'm going to do because I have no idea what I'm going to do after college. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I don't, you know what I mean? Like actually try to figure himself out. I would have respected him doing that than the other thing. But I'm just saying.
But I feel like the whole thing what we were debating about was like, okay,
potential.
we could tell that Keshia had liked JR, was feeling JR. Meanwhile, we didn't know if JR felt anything or whatever. And to me, it was kind of like it's kind of hard for me to think of JR doing that when I still don't truly think until Keshia had held his hand in that moment that he really was like processing or really like locked in for real. I think so.
I think it's something to be said, Keish, about potential and specifically Black women's affliction with like feeling charged to do something with any potential that's laid at our feet. I think that in addition to the potential that JR does have that she saw, I think also we get to meet people's representatives, and JR operates in a space where he's fixing everybody else's problems, which creates a moment to distract or creates plenty of distraction from what he has going on. So I think that it wasn't until she was in the relationship with him that she could actually fully see him, because he does a really great job of masking and performing, and he is so outwardly supportive with everybody else, which feels like something that you would be drawn to. So once you're in a relationship and you get to see people on a more intimate level, then you get to pick up on certain things. And I think that that's where you go back to the savior complex some Black women might have, and the poison and potential of like, we just feel like we will be the difference to like get you to want to do this and get you to want to actualize this. And I think a good amount of what we didn't get to see but probably played out in a relationship was her trying to push for his potential to be actualized, and it just wasn't going to. Hey Kofi, welcome in.
Because he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good
that
man,
part.
Savannah.
Having a good man in our culture. Listen.
Oh yeah, I mean,
so that's my thoughts on that,
like,
Keish.
I'm like, I was just thought about like I forgot at what point that they said that he fell ill, but I'm also like, man's was in recovery for a minute, so I'm also thinking like, okay, for a good y'all relationship was JR wasn't even healthy, he trying to hide the sickness. So I'm also like, it never really was, at least maybe the first few months were cool, but like it just
yeah.
What up, people?
Hey Kofi. Hi Kofi.
What's up? Who y'all talking about, man?
Your favorite character?
My boy JR.
That one guy.
I'm talking about JR. Oh man.
That one guy.
I might have to. I might. Today I'm gonna have to call my brother out because I was holding out hope that you didn't have feelings for Keshia because I thought it was one sided, but you know what? God has opened my eyes, so to speak. So like, and I have to this. Yeah, you like her, dog. I mean, you was giving her some interesting looks. That commentary you gave Lando about sometimes a person told me da 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 da. I don't know what he said specifically. I have to rewatch
a super special person who gets me told me, and it's just like, all right, you could have just said Keshia told me.
Yeah. When you said that, I studied law, so I'm like, Your Honor, I find JR guilty of liking Keshia, and yeah. So I don't know what happens now because, like, dog. Now I know you don't have a relationship with Cam right now because Cam not really rocking with you, but
And
how
you
you
ain't
gonna
pursuing it
try?
either because, nobody needs to have JR pursue them until he decides he's in love with Keshia. And I guess next episode he gonna be pursuing her. But everybody else is like, oh, I kissed her. Y'all'll be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everybody else
just
is growing up.
yeah. I mean, and look, do I fault him for falling for her? No, I mean, because this happens, but at the same time, like the dynamics about this is not good, man. Because whether you and Cam are talking right now, that's still your brother. Like, you can't be.
Is it?
And I don't know.
I mean,
I mean,
Cam did
they
disown
still.
him.
The way the
Yeah.
JR
So,
moving, I don't know if he know that, Kofi. I don't know if he
but
He
the
believes that
can.
to
thing
be
is like.
true.
I don't know if I could do that knowing how deep the relationship was between Cam and Keisha. But at the same time, I mean, he ain't got I mean, what else does he have like going on right now? Like the
Nothing.
man done lost baseball, right? He thought he had some and then we found out this guy who looked a lot for some reason, they looked a lot like the R&B singer Joe. I don't know if anybody
Mm-hmm.
picked up on that. But so it's like what are you trying to sell me something or whatever, but like you can't do that. Gabby's gone. She rightfully broke up with you, and you didn't have much to say about that, which kind of disappointed me. Even if she wasn't going to take you back, dog, I needed you to at least fight and act like, look, I want you to let's try and fix it, even if she's
But
not ready
but
to
did he
do
want to
that.
fix it? That's the thing. Did he
That part.
want
That's
to?
Don't come
which is
acting with me.
now
Don't
which
act if you
which
don't feel it. Don't come acting over here. Do exactly what you
that's what
doing.
That's what I'm saying, which calls into question the reason why he didn't say anything and he just took it for what it was is because he already had it in his mind that I have a thing. I have feelings for Keisha because I found it weird that okay, she slapped you. You said sorry. She said what she had to say, and you didn't have any final words like I'm sorry. Can we work this out? Like we done been together for 2.5 years. You done brought me back to life. There's got to be something in them 2 years that's worth fighting
Keisha
for.
Kofi,
brought him
Like,
back to
somebody
life.
said earlier at the very beginning of the chat, Kofi, somebody said, or maybe it was in a comment, somebody said, JR don't even recognize that Gabby was the first person to bring him back to life. It's only Keshia. So how he gonna say that if he don't even
Ooh,
register
Ooh,
that?
ooh.
you know what?
it's like
Yeah,
Gabby
she made.
brought him back, but Keisha, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Gabby brought him back, but was she a match though? So it's like,
Mm.
yeah, she can bring him back, but if you ain't got the bone marrow, you still gonna die. So it's like, you know,
That's some wild work,
uh,
JR.
it's
That's
like,
some wild work
damn,
because she could have just not let you. She could have just let you do what you're doing.
yeah,
Go ahead,
yeah.
check on
Which
out of
I,
here.
You don't care the
uh,
fact that you scarred this girl for life at her seeing you pass out. Like,
yeah, man, it's just it wasn't smart. Man, JR going out sad, and it's unfortunate because I liked what they were doing with his character prior to this, you know, falling for Keisha thing. Which I'm not again, like Erica said in her video. I watched her breakdown before I went to work, like how we can't always expect perfect black male characters. Like we have to take them for as they are, as if they have flaws, like regular black male characters. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, this is so damn discouraging, man. Like for real. So I don't know what JR finna do. Like I have no idea. Like
do we
I
think
feel like
he'll
this.
actually do?
I
Do
don't
we
know.
think? Wait, my bad. I was gonna ask. Do we think he's actually going to confess to Keisha next episode, or he just gonna keep with the
I raised your
Wanda and I?
question,
Well,
Alicia. I raised your
well,
question with another question. Do we care?
Yeah,
I
No.
mean, low key, I
I'm
care
sorry.
because
I was like,
I, 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 I mean, everybody else's story, as far as I'm concerned, is going to get. Well, I don't know if it's going to get resolved, but there's going to be a sense of closure. And I did read the synopsis for this episode, though, and Damon comes back. He gives them advice on something, so maybe I don't know. I don't know if JR is going to do it.
Damon
The
coming
maybe
in for
million.
Damon's advice will make him realize that actually he doesn't want Keisha.
Damon
Maybe
gonna
the
come back
Maybe
to him.
feeling of
Do
maybe
y'all know if we
I don't know.
care?
Look,
no, we
I don't
really
know.
don't. We
I
don't. We
don't.
don't.
I don't know if Damon's the right person considering that
They
he's
just should
trying
have
to get
come
back
back
with
and be like, "What
Simone,
have I
trying to
missed?"
Well,
get back.
wouldn't
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
on. Sometimes promos can be misleading. We're just gonna say this. Sometimes
Fair.
No,
they can be
he's trying to.
misleading. No,
Nah,
I'm
If
he's
trying
trying
to
to
I
get
keep
if
his
I
hope.
girl
watch
back.
this
I'm trying to keep
episode,
hope.
if I watch this finale, it will be to see the culmination of Cam's story,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it.
Which is
I'm dead.
Nope. Nope.
dog.
I want to see Nate. I want to
Oh,
see Nate.
if they put her in it, Nate. But I already
They
know what they're
better
doing
put
with
her in
Nate.
it.
Nate is going to get to stay get to go to Brixton grad school, and Nate already has her boo. Like, Nate is fine. Like, I don't have no worries about Nate at all. I mean, I don't have
Yeah,
worries about
No.
Cam, but I would
Well,
love to
the
hear them
reason,
confirm certain things.
yeah. No, but
the
I would
only
love
thing.
to see Nate because this is the last episode. They better have
Oh yeah,
everybody,
yeah.
and I mean everybody coming out. You see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
everybody.
I read the
Everybody.
synopsis. It mentioned Damon. It mentioned Simone, Marcus, Amara, Keshia, Lando, and Jr. The only person that didn't get a mention was Thea.
Oop,
So she's gonna. I hope she's there, but I don't know. I think she's just gonna play in the background like she's been doing these last few episodes. So,
oop.
but yeah, for Jr.
Daggone
I mean,
budget cuts.
if I Jr. Let me give you some free advice, brother. I need you
Oop.
to think long and hard about this. I mean, if this is what you want, I mean, damn it, just do what you want to do. But you just got to think. I don't know if she's gonna feel the same way about you because I'm convinced Keisha still wants Cam. So
No, she
this
definitely do.
episode told me. I mean, I wasn't so sure because I thought she gaslit him when Cam decided to break things off. I thought that she was still carrying a torch for Jr. a little bit. Now she might, like him as a friend, and I thought it was going to be more. But everything in this episode, from trying to get Cam to sing to telling Lando not to tell her it was from her, to apologizing and being open and frank about everything, she still loved that man. So I don't know,
I
Jaron.
mean,
You might as well just keep it to yourself and just move on and I'll, I mean
Mm.
graduate and try and make it in baseball as a prospect or something. Because I don't know if you tell Keisha, I don't know if she's gonna reciprocate.
I
That's
mean,
just me
I
speaking,
mean,
but
they,
knowing this show, they might pull some
They always do.
I mean, they said it had been
yeah.
over. They said it had been a month since Cam had got dropped. So I mean, you got a month to flush out your feelings and know what the heck you want. My bad. Um. So yeah, if you still feeling this way after being dumped for over a month, nah, Bookie, you still love him. It's just we want you back. And will he find the forgiveness in his heart to take you back? Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Mm.
know. I mean, Cam. I mean,
I'm just
somehow
gonna speak the
Keisha's
things
found
into
his
existence.
way back into his heart. I mean, like not necessarily take her back, but like he went from not wanting to talk to her to hearing her out to being on the verge of tears to openly
Right.
admitting to Lando, I don't know if future and present me can talk about me and Keisha, but I'm just gonna live in the now. So if he can make his way back to Keisha, I don't know. I'd need a conversation between JR and Cam though, for real, before I
I
decide
don't.
whether they want to move together.
He's
And
so
and,
That's
and and
He
I mean,
Cam got
look,
Lando. He don't need
it,
Jr.
you
no.
know what? Yeah, but well, I hate it when things like fall
It's
apart.
been a
Like me,
month.
there
He
were
ain't come
times.
and said nothing to
There
that man. Mm-mm.
Not
Man,
on one
how we know
thing.
how we know he even want to hear him out anyway? Like for
It
real,
does
like
not
we just
matter.
don't.
speculating.
Okay, Kofi, this is so funny because you had the same argument last week to defend JR, and you come with a little bit like, okay, I get it with JR, but you're still defending him this way. Keisha gave us a masterclass, and it does not actually matter what the person wants to receive from you. If you are going to show up and show love and show care, and the person is in need, you're going to do it regardless of if they want to receive it or not. And you might do it so much so that you go above and beyond to make sure that they don't know it's from you, so that they can't actually refuse it. So JR
All right,
lost that
fine.
whole potential argument because Kesha showed up and showed out. She did not need a bit of credit.
Okay.
She did not need a bit of anything. She didn't need Cam to know that she was involved, to give her any props. She didn't need nothing. All she needed was for Cam to feel inspired and confident again in his art. That's it. So if JR really gave a damn about his brotherhood with Cam, if JR really gave a damn about his relationships, then all he would care about is doing things to make sure people know that he still loved them. Not running around, woe is me, running behind some little treacherous booster and like half-assing the rest of his college campus life, completely ignoring relationships that he imploded.
All right, fair enough. Okay, I'll take that because Keisha pretty much blew that argument that I was having out of the water. So look, I'm gonna see what happens in the finale. Maybe whatever Damon tells him, maybe he has that epiphany and decides to make things right with all his relationships. Because I don't want him to go out like this, because frankly, I've been so disappointed about this is the direction they decided to go. There could have been so many other things that they could have done. We didn't need this story, if I'm being for real. I mean, eh, what was the
We
point?
needed this story, but we needed to
What?
show a man how a man could potentially come back from it. It's unfortunate, but what we're seeing play out with Kesha is what I thought that they were going to give to JR. I really wasn't worried about JR going into the kiss gate because I really felt like he had already shown going above and beyond, being communicative, being emotionally intelligent in a certain way with his friendships. And I was like, oh, this will be a no-brainer for his relationship. Lo and behold, they pull a okie doke and they give Kesha all of the material that I expected to come from a JR.
Facts.
Well, maybe,
yeah.
maybe JR will surprise me next
Too
episode.
late.
Or maybe JR is a young man who is completely lost and selfish, and maybe is only acting out of a place of distraction when he is helping people, and he's not actually this amazingly nice guy that we want to believe that he is, but he is running. Maybe that.
Well, all right. Look, you got that point. I got my own point. So we gonna see what happens. I got nothing else for it. I already called
You
him
gonna
out
see,
for
because I don't
saying
even know if I'm gonna watch any of the scenes that JR is in. When I tell y'all I'm gonna skip through this damn finale because I don't actually want to see it.
Well, look, is that the only what's bothering you the most about this besides that? Damon coming back or what? Specifically?
No, Damon coming back for stupidity. Leah not having no damn storyline. Simone making a decision yet again. We already been here, done that. I don't care about most of the stuff that they're offering up as the, oh my God, this is going to be an amazing finale. I don't care. I care that Cam make it, Nate makes it, Kesha keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be back in my good graces for real, for real. Thea, take your ass back onto the pro circuit. Every bit, all of the things that they're actually not going to deal with in the finale, that's what I care about. So, why would I care?
You know what? I mean, look, I've been investing in this stuff for 3 years, so as a loyal viewer, I have to see this through. So I'm gonna be watching, and whatever happens, I'll take it. Do I feel like it's gonna hang on a cliffhanger? But then again, the show's not coming back, so they gotta. I'm not saying happy ending, but just give me an ending that is resolute that I can accept.
They got a lot.
That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
I got a lot to say.
That's all I ask.
I'm gonna say this: budget cuts. Stopped a lot. A lot.
Yeah.
There was not a lot of growth in this season that there should have been. So yeah, I think
the main thing I want to see from this finale is Simone and David having their little goodbye and him just saying, "See you later, Simone." I just wanted one last.
Not you want to hear that one last time.
Her name.
Yeah,
I do. I like his face.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that. Because at this point, it just doesn't seem fair if he comes back and all he has to do is talk and Simone chooses him when you built all this,
I don't think she's gonna choose
relationship with Lando.
Why do Simone even get any more choices? The fact that she has yet to do anything well with any of her goddamn choices before, and we giving her more?
No, I don't think.
I don't. I don't
I
think
don't
that
think she.
like I feel like they're trying to get us, and I feel
That's what
like
I
if
said.
like I feel like you're
Hate
always
this for
telling
Lando.
if you
It gives pick me, choose me.
choose
In the same way it ain't good for us, it ain't good for his
Love
ass
me.
either.
I hate it here. I hate it here, Erica. Why you had to do that one, Erica?
Does anybody know the reason why Damon is coming back? Like, did it
uh,
specify?
they,
Simone!
Because
they said it's something with
besides that,
Jr. So they
I
said
what
something
like
with
really
that,
Jr.
think. I really okay. So this is what
like
I really hope. I really hope that Damon is coming back. We already know that, but I want him to come back with another life. And he's like, Simone, I just want to say goodbye. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But even that would mean that he's coming back for
closure.
Simone. Child.
I thought he was coming back for Jr.
Why y'all playing dance? Why is Damon coming back? For Simone. Do y'all want them to say it in Swahili?
not. Oh, hold on. No,
Listen, let the man finish.
look,
I want
this
to
isn't a
feel.
dumb question. I'm
Erica,
not
I'm
asking a
trying.
dumb
I'm
question.
trying. Okay,
I'm
Saying
not
it's a dumb
asking a
question. I'm saying you're being a little bit obtuse because All America goes out of its way with their female protagonist of a certain elk to make certain things about them, and we love to run up against and run into a brick wall. But why? Because Olivia Baker. But why? Because of Simone Hicks. But why? Because of Olivia Baker. Like, that is the answer.
I don't know.
Right.
Like,
you're right.
maybe,
You're right.
I got the
You're
boy
right.
sitting
No,
in
right.
the dorm, looking back, scowling because she's talking to it.
Meanwhile,
you
just be
mean
catching up. Just be like, oh, how you
wait?
think? Like,
It goes
Oh my
Maybe
it
it's
goes
what
gosh.
we
both ways.
think it is.
Like
I'm just saying.
it goes both ways because I saw the promo. I saw Lando in the background of the whatever that is, and Simone's in a red dress talking to Damon, and then you fast forward, Damon's sitting
And
down, and
that's
he sees
unfortunate
Simone
for
and
him.
Lando.
And even that
It's
is
like,
unfortunate for him because, sir, you almost had this girl buckling at the Lions Den. Her knees were weak, and you have the nerve to be jealous about a Damon? I hate that for you.
part.
Like, you should not want that for him.
I'm
It's giving
jealous.
pick me. Choose me.
Love me.
although Damon has always, how
Can
we were
I
talking about how JR is always jealous of Damon, Lando always felt the way about Damon.
I'm weary.
I hate
Can
that
I
for
be?
him.
And
But
it's not giving must see TV. Kofi, you can want to see all you want, but it's not giving must see TV, babe. It's fine.
You're right.
But, like, what do I tell you
You're
all the
right.
time? I want better for y'all. Like,
Can I?
I said I'm
as a
praying
dark
and hoping.
the craziest thing, I'm gonna let you finish, Kofi, but 1 second. Out of both of those things, you talking about, but it goes both ways. So we got Damon looking doofy and jealous about Lando, and Lando looking doofy and jealous about Damon. But Simone ain't jealous, ain't pissed, ain't stressed, ain't nothing. Just plenty of choices so she can continue to ruin lives, and nobody got a problem with it.
look, if they let her ruin their life, that's on them.
Not Simone as
That's on them.
Godzilla. I'm done.
Look,
Oh my God.
and for me,
The
like,
newest bombshell has
let
entered the villa.
look, let me
Simone is the
try
girl.
and dive into the psyche
Crazy.
of Lando.
Costa's
Like,
crazy.
In love, she's the whole Casa girl, and y'all child.
Costa is disrespectful.
I hate
not
that
y'all
for us,
referencing
but I
Love
agree.
Island now. Not y'all referencing Love Island now.
Simone
Look,
is
let
a
me
Casa
try
girl,
get
and you know it.
But
All
but
right,
you know
look,
what?
let me.
I agree with Erica, and the only reason why I agree with Erica is because these are the reasons why we have spaces like this. If these episodes weren't like this, we wouldn't have anything to talk about, to be honest.
Facts.
And so they're trying to give us, I guess, something to talk about, but I just hate that. I really do, because I think there should be more to it, because again, you didn't give us that much this season anyways, because you had so much little time to put in, and because you didn't know if you was gonna come back. We know, but and then you had budget cuts and all these other things. So now you give us this finale of Damon coming back for Simone, yay. And then, you know, JR, oh, I have to express to Keshia that I love her. You know, no,
Crazy.
we don't want it. Throw
All
it
of it is
back in the
diabolical.
ocean. We don't.
All of it is diabolical. Etta says they were dressed up
I'm
to have
gonna.
a romantic dinner date with Simone when Simone sees Damon. The fact that Lando even has to go to a place mentally and emotionally of concern, but also feeling like he won and got Simone, that tells me that he lost.
That part.
You know, look,
Mm,
let me try and dive into the psyche of this poor
not
brother
psyche.
because I think the reason why the voiceover was reading in my head. I wonder who he's probably talking to this about Cam. He's probably saying this to Cam about she. I don't know how he worded it exactly, but I think the reason why I think he's so pressed is because he didn't think Damon was going to come back into the picture. You know what I
He
mean?
shouldn't have to
And
worry
I
about Damon. You explain,
You should
Kofi.
have to
You
worry
you
about
a
it.
man
yeah.
explaining some that shouldn't be a factor anyway. So I really don't care. Like I know that, and I don't care because I want better for him.
Well,
Right, you
so what?
shouldn't even
What? So
care. He shouldn't even be a factor because if you are
right.
secure in yourself and secure in the situation that is going on, it shouldn't matter who the hell come back. To be honest,
Yeah,
but
but we know
Ever.
Lando
Uh,
has always been like, well, he should have
but
grown by
this
now.
is all
I feel like
American.
he should
this is
be, if he feels like him and Simone are gonna get together, and if he actually knows and thinks Simone has feelings for him, he should be secure enough to know that even if
um,
And
Damon is coming
but
up to
even past
visit,
the
that like
security
him
part
and
of it,
Simone.
he should require
right.
that to not be an option. He should require to no longer get on that
Exactly.
emotional roller coaster with Simone as it pertains to Damon.
Exactly.
Now that y'all at a certain
Mm.
place, aside from his emotions, because yes, your emotions are natural, they're gonna come up, and you can still be processing your insecurities around the cool. But a freaking stipulation of y'all actually getting together and him winning means that Simone doesn't get to put him in a position for these feelings to come up. That's part of the stuff. And this goes back to like, what is Simone giving in this relationship? You can't even give security, honey. You can't even give him mental,
That's
You
emotional
know
true.
what?
security in the relationship.
That's true.
Yeah.
Dog,
That's
count me
Right.
true.
out.
I'm just
Okay,
gonna give.
wait.
Honestly, I'm gonna give it to God. So
Her
I got
even
nothing else
having the
for this.
opportunity to potentially
Let's
pick
see.
Damon and Lando having to think, will she pick him again? They have both already
Yeah.
lost in their relationship. That is it's
That
already a
part.
dub.
Yeah.
Very true.
Okay,
So
Very
ideally,
true.
what
Yeah.
should happen?
I,
Like, what
They
should
need to
Lando
stay
do?
away
Like,
from
ideally,
Simone Hicks.
so he should just release whatever feelings he has for this girl and just keep it pushing. Like,
He should
it's
stay
that
her
easy.
friend at best.
Uh,
Because the girl does not
yeah.
have anything. She's not capable right now of meeting you where you should be met. The fact that,
And
like,
that's why I
and the
said
thing
on
is,
that.
y'all, we gotta be like, I get it. We just want to be partnered up so bad, and like, oh, I yearn for you. Oh my God, we're in the Bridgerton era, and like,
Yeah.
oh, I burn for you.
Brothers,
Cool,
hey man,
cool.
men
But
got
also,
feelings
wait, let me
too. You
finish.
run
Let me
around too.
finish. Let me finish.
Yeah,
My
I
point
got you.
is, you can have the desire for a person, cool, but are you thinking about what that person is actually going to give? Because if you have to jump over hurdles and you have to lower yourself and you have to go and get them from wherever they're at just so that you can have this partnership, just so you can have this companionship, why the hell do you want the companionship that bad? And maybe you need to meet yourself a little bit better, babe, because you were never alone if you actually had yourself and valued yourself. I am never going
Clock
to
it.
cape for a relationship or for a partnership or even for some friendships that require you to continuously pour into a pot that is never full and can never actually fill you back up. And maybe never is a little bit extreme, but specifically in the season that they're in, Simone is not showing no signs of being able to do half of the things we've watched other characters be able to do for her. So why in the hell are we still putting ourselves in a position to potentially be hurt and handing all over our mental stability, our emotional stability, our psyche, some of our security, some of our
Yes.
self-esteem to a person who has proven ill-equipped to handle it? That part
Yes,
is on
I agree.
you.
Yeah,
Clock it.
yeah. I
I
mean, I get
agree.
this.
Yeah.
This is
Okay,
valid, man.
I
All this after Damon just shows up. Now we have to question all. Were we
Mhm.
having these questions before? Like, say Damon never showed up, would we still be having these questions about the two of them potentially getting together? Because it
Yes.
just
yes,
seems like
but not if
And
okay,
once you
yes,
go back and
but
Yes.
listen to the replay, you'll know why. Because we did a poll earlier because somebody asked, does Simone deserve Lando? And we voted on it and we really unpacked that. And that is where a lot of this also came up
Facts
of
in it.
like, there's no reciprocity yet for Simone.
all
So
right, damn.
and with
Well,
Damon coming
I
up, it don't
agree.
help.
I agree with Etta Ard. You have to be equally when entering a relationship, emotionally
Equally
and
yoked.
mentally. Yeah,
Yeah,
mentally and
'cause,
emotionally. Yeah, definitely you do.
As close as you can. Like, don't
uh,
get me wrong. When you're young and you're just starting out, you're going to fumble, and this is how you learn those things. But I think my biggest thing is like, not that I needed Lando to get it perfect, but you've already done this. I have a problem with
yeah,
Lando deciding to walk into doing this exact same thing again. And now
uh,
you
uh,
look like you have cultivated more confidence. You look like you have opened yourself up as a person. You have actually evolved. You have actually progressed. So what exactly is validating you making the same exact decisions that put you in that emotional turmoil place before? Because you like the way Simone look and feel and whatever? Boy,
I don't know.
and she has yet
I,
to
Look,
give to
I,
you? Boy, please.
I will say that, like, I think that Lando has gotten to this place where he's have gone to this place with Simone again, but also this has happened. Look, at the end of the day, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with Simone and Damon, what they're actually going to talk about, if whatever. We don't know, but it's like Lando got to this place with Simone again without Damon there, without his
so
competition, without his rival, quote unquote. So it's like,
Mm.
I don't know, maybe
And
babysitting a little trigger, but that's still on it. That
I would argue that we wouldn't be having this issue or even having this question if Simone was more active in how she performed love with her people, but
Yes.
specifically with Lando. He has no reassurance other than the sweet flowery words that she got to say.
yeah.
Simone knows that Lando loves her deep. Simone knows that like Lando got her because Lando shows her that. She don't show Lando that. So that makes it also easier for Damon to walk up and to feel like y'all back a year and 18 months ago or 18 months ago and back in the exact same place because you have yet to do anything different. And heavy on the do,
yeah,
Simone, not say, heavy on the do. Meanwhile, Lando has opened himself up, has joined the damn friend group, showed up for Nick, like showed up for everybody within the friend group, got into a relationship, honored that relationship, didn't cheat on that relationship, but also was able to maintain a friendship with you. This man is running laps around you in reference to personal development, all spurred by the hurt that you caused him and pushed yourself to grow. And you are quite literally the same person, but you just happen to beat cancer. Girl, we ain't gonna be able to make it
and
enough.
Yeah.
I agree.
frankly, I rewatched the first episode of season 3. Simone didn't necessarily close the door on Damon and them giving it another try. Like
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
like, yeah. So the fact that he's coming back, I mean, them feelings could come back. You know what I mean? So, oh, fix it,
Simone
Jesus. I
hits.
don't even
Micah, I
know.
don't know if
But
I
you
agree with
know,
that. Micah says that Lando's whole personality is Simone, and I don't actually agree.
Oh, I disagree. I disagree completely. No,
yeah,
it
no,
wasn't.
he's
It
got it.
wasn't. He has his own. That I
Yeah,
think, and I think me and Erica had said this before. I think it should be Simone. She needs to be by herself, and she needs to figure out what she wants and who she is first before she gets with anyone.
Who
Because
she is
she's
outside
not
of who
ready.
she says she is. Because I think that Simone thinks that she has a really
Exactly.
strong command of who she is, but she's only believing what she says and not actually holding herself accountable to the things that she does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
yeah,
exactly.
you are more of
I
what you
agree.
do than what you are of what you say.
Yeah, this is true.
Yep.
Look,
Yes, I
I'm
Question.
agree.
just, I don't
Well,
know how this is gonna go. I'm a, for
I,
some reason,
I
I
hope
can't
she
get the
grows up.
CW. I can't get the CW on my TV stream, so I'm gonna have to stream this on Tuesday of next week. So I'm gonna avoid spoilers like the plague. But when I watch it, I'm gonna just go between this. Don't know what's gonna happen with Marcus. He was also a guy that's one of my favorite characters. Amara, everybody else. Like I said earlier, I just want something resolute if this is ending. Like the
I,
fact that the flagship show is getting the 7th season while this show is
Ooh.
ending is like
no.
it's telling. And like I don't know if y'all peeped that the deadline dropped the article about the changes that's happening in season 7. Like I
Yeah.
don't know if y'all peeped.
Mm.
I
Erica
mean,
has
we
not
we
peeped and
got
does
a
not
whole
plan
bunch
to
of new
peep.
characters. Well,
Oh, crazy.
yeah, ah, so
Back
I
to
take it
homecoming
that
though.
after
I got a
right,
I
right.
got a quick
Etta,
comment about
Etta, I
Damon.
definitely agree with what you're saying. Most definitely. I do think it is that. Jordan messed up Simone. I don't care what nobody says. Jordan did mess up Simone, especially
Oh
with the whole
gosh,
gas lighting and everything.
are we blaming Jordan for this for real?
I don't know
Oh, I
who is
forgot
we
Jordan's
because
your
I ain't
favorite.
French. I don't know who is we because I ain't French. I think that there could be something to say about the hurt, but I think that there's also something to be said about if you actually know that in any way, even if it's just an inkling, and you putting yourself in position to capitalize off of the romantic advances of others by not being equipped to reciprocate said advances, then you dead ass wrong and you need to stay your ass by yourself. So she don't get off the hook because Jordan hurt her.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah,
I don't think she should be off the hook. I'm just saying in the sense of what Etta is saying. I think that does have to do with it, but I also don't think that that's an excuse that you should just run with.
Especially when somebody loves you like Lando does. If anything, if you are actually a solid person and you feel any bit of dismay in reference to that in your spirit, then you would want to stay friends with that person and not go into something until you feel a little bit more on steady ground. That would, to me, Etta, would just lean into Simone is a raging narcissist who actually don't deserve grace, if that is actually the case to the way that you're saying.
I got a quick comment on my bad.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I had a quick comment on
No, go ahead.
On Damon real quick of just like I don't know. I just wish that even if it was like a FaceTime call or something.
Nope.
I just look, they said he was gonna be reoccurring. I just felt like if they were gonna bring it back for the finale, at least like 1-2 episodes, a little chat FaceTime. Like if you
with who?
JR, it's just some.
They left him. They had him leave the series talking about whatever Simone wants to do is what she gets to do because my baby is right. What do he got to say to anybody?
No, I just feel like if you're gonna bring him back for this first episode and last episode with nothing in between, I just wish that we at least had a sprinkle of him in the middle, even if it was just
that
like
would require him to have his own storyline and not be here specifically to prop up Simone Hicks as a storyline.
Look, that's what
you asking for too much.
Your brother for. Talk to your dang brother.
You asking for a little bit too much, they said. Yes, Mike, you gotta catch the replay. We talked about Layla and Simone as their besties.
Crazy.
Besties. Our friends.
Be like, hey,
girl,
Carly K says we're about to see Simone choose Lando over Damon, and Damon about to, what did she say? And Damon about to get his heart broke. And nobody wins. The fact that Simone even still has a choice is just beyond me.
Why does it have to be somebody wins? That's what I'm talking about. There is
that's how they wrote it.
Matters of a heart.
And that's how they marketed it.
I understand, but in matters of the heart, there is no such thing as win or lose. And then why is it always
agree with that?
But no, for one, I'm just saying it's Simone Hicks. So there is no there is no win. Again, I mean, you've got somebody who doesn't even know what the hell they want. So is that really a win? Or is that a lose?
Well, because Simone is the one holding all the damn cards, everybody is losing. But I don't think that it's fair to say that you don't win or lose in love, because that is something that actually happens.
Well, no, I'm not.
The win doesn't always have to look like getting a person, but there are definitely wins. Yeah, this is a bunch of L's being handed out. But that's because Simone is the one who's dealing the cards.
Right, but I'm talking about in the sense of this show, right? Why does it always have to be a win? Because it doesn't feel like a win for that person if it's Simone. That's
something we gotta ask the writers. I guess I stopped asking that question a while ago because they said, Erica,
I'm sorry.
Who the hell are you to ask me that? So I stopped asking. Yeah. But I don't know. It's in all of how they market. Like, it just pisses me off so bad. Like, they spend so much time pushing the Damon and versus Lando of it all, and that is like that was the least interesting thing about the damn show, and it immediately became similar to Bolivia. Spoiler alert, unspoiler alert, because you should already know this by now. Bolivia is the least interesting thing about the OG All-American. And yet and still it is the number one marketed plot point, the number one talked about thing. I don't know. What if this time around Simone is giving an ultimatum about her who and what she wants? That's whoever gives her the ultimatum is still losing, because why you got to give her one? I mean, Sutton as he's the only option left on the table for her. Which makes him lose still. Like, that's why I said him even having to foster a thought in this arena makes him already catching L. Lando has put in entirely too much work to even be worried about these peasant problems, and yet and still here we are.
That part right
IDK there. If Damon will be back for Simone romantically, but I think it would be best for all characters to be back for the finale. I agree, but like, why even touch upon that? Like, they could have brought Damon back and he could have just ran into Simone accidentally. They have him sitting in the same place they fell asleep on each other, staring back. I'm over it. Immediately over it.
Well, Erica, I'm gonna be upset if you don't watch this, because I need you to watch this so I don't have to watch this,
guess
and
what,
I can just watch your live.
Life is unfair.
I will be tuned in. I'll be fat.
Life be so unfair. I might watch it with some emotional support. I'm gonna see if Naya and Antonio gonna watch it. If they watch it, I'll watch it.
Yeah, because
I need that emotional support, Erica.
Kofi, can you please mute if you're not talking to us?
Child, I'm gonna just be watching the episode. I'm gonna just be watching the episode, just thinking, "Dang, what Erica thinking?"
Right? Exactly.
Kofi, can you mute, please?
This is my favorite thing that I say. I'd be like, "Ooh, I know Erica gonna say something." Oh boy, I can't wait. Ooh,
MJ 3009 said, "It's the last episode, Erica. You gotta watch it." I tried to watch the last episodes of All American. You know what they gave me? They gave me a book fan at a Super Bowl praising Olivia Baker and a wedding I ain't asked for. And you talking about I gotta watch this? They liable to have Damon and Simone elope. Child. Y'all probably already said this. But can I say, as a bona fide Keshia hater, she has been redeemed in my eyes. Yes, Micah. Yep. I appreciated what she did and said, and looks on Cam's face was heartbreaking. Yes, it was. Keshia have stepped it up. All of that being on her ass is paid off. Thank you, Keshia.
No, they were so sick for when she left out the room and they had to zoom in on his face with that one tear stream.
That thug tear, it was huge too.
Y'all are sick.
It was huge.
Sick and twisted, but I ate up every moment.
Micah said at least ain't no fan fiction Wattpad double wedding yet.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
please don't.
We're gonna get Lando say, you know what, man, I can't beat you, so I might as well join you. Let's scissor this out. You get Simone on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I get Simone on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. On Saturday, she rests.
The weekend lover.
No, what's to say? No, what's to say? You are not on the weekends.
I hate it here. Oh my god. Please don't do that. Erica, don't be giving them ideas. You know they want this. Okay?
Listen,
do not be giving them ideas.
At this point, we already to the end, so F it.
Oh my god. I love that point, I will have to turn off my TV.
It just comes to the Discord, because I'm going to be sitting in there like this. Because I tried to warn y'all. I be having y'all's best interest at heart, but y'all don't be wanting to listen.
Bro, they should have had 2 more episodes if this is really the wrap up. Because how they really finna try to resolve everything. Child.
Okay. So let me play devil's advocate.
No, you gotta come up with another name, because the devil don't need no advocate in my house.
Okay. Let me try a different way. Erica, what do you want to see at the end of this season? This last episode, what do you want to see? We already know what they're gonna do, but what do you want to see?
Cam.
Cam
do anything.
Cam
can do anything he wants to do. Cam can streak across the damn quad, and that could be the episode, and I'll be fine.
I can't.
Maybe Thea, but they ain't gonna give her enough, so it's just like I want to see Thea, but I also don't want to see them play with her. I want to see Thea go back to the pros. I want to see Thea practicing with Coach Lonnie, and Coach Lonnie like, you're ready. Stop hiding. Go get what's yours.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Cam. Actually, you know what? Okay, Erica, play ball. Fine. I want to see Cam record a love song saying how he needed everything that Keshia said, and he's always been here. It's always been her, because that's what it is. I'm not putting this in his head. This boy is like, there's no next girl, because Keshia does not leave this boy's system for quite a while, so he might as well just get back with her because he wants to, and that becomes his number one single, and he like starts to blow up, and J Marks is nobody compared to this newcomer Cam. Keshia, I don't care if it's just in her journal or something, but I need her to be thanking her lucky stars and the Lord above that she gets a second chance, and she refuses to fumble it, and like she is figuring out how she shows up for herself on this tour, but then still finds little ways to keep affirming Cam, and they just go off into the sunset in that way. Simone wins conference championship, so you can shut the hell up about it.
I'm sorry.
Sick. Just sick.
And
it's true.
That's it.
And she transfers back to California.
Oh,
there you go. Just cause.
Unfortunately,
Lando might follow, but whatever.
So wait a minute. You want her to go back to California's toxic vortex?
Well, the vortex don't exist no more because Daniel ain't gonna be there. We don't even know if Sam's gonna be there. I think that they're not announcing that Sam is not gonna be there because they don't want people to check out before the fact. I think that Sam is going to be a guest star at best. Like I feel like Sam is going to give what Damon gave this season, so we don't actually have that problem. And if All American wants to save itself, it needs to stop having everybody be so damn interdependent. So like Simone could live in LA and not ever see Jordan or Layla.
I would agree.
LA is huge.
Because LA is huge. LA is huge.
Cause I feel like she only really stayed cool with Spencer, but even then, like he moved.
Right, and then that could give the little moments of like them catching up and like Spencer coming back for an episode here and there, and like they're around each other in proximity because we knew each other at one time, but they're not living together. They're not like doing life together. It's really just like, oh, I used to know you when. Those could be really interesting beats to ground whatever they're doing new. But honestly, I really don't give a damn what they do with Simone because my edges are tired. Nate gets into law school on a full ride, which is rarely ever happens. But like, I don't know, some program, some nonprofit, something comes out the woodworks, and Nate just feels like she's walking into a complete and utter fairy tale. And I just smile, and she has the best wig that we've ever seen in life, and it's just like, that's it. JR realizes that he doesn't ever want to leave college, and he got to reckon with that, but we don't know what he decides to do. But I need him to have that realization. If he's not going to have that realization, I don't need to see the Negro at all.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Auntie Amara and Coach Marcus get together, and Coach Marcus sends that goddamn kid back packing. Go see him on the weekends. Please. He damn near grown. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, God. No, I didn't get to get last week's live. It's the fact of like JR tried to tell you, you sure he ain't God? He like, no, he ain't. You sure about that, sir? He looked like it seemed like he got something.
He has bipolar. He's just like his dad.
Like, Cliff, your mama had it, you got it. If you ain't think you passed it on, what are you doing?
Kofi, when you are on here and you're not talking, you need to stay muted.
All right, my fault.
But yeah, next week ends I will probably not be watching the CW after next week.
See, I'm gonna be watching this. I'm gonna be watching this next week, and I'm gonna be like, "Dear God, make me a bird so I can fall far, far away." Just, oh my God.
I'm like, my last time watching the CW,
crazy. And Sullivan's Creek or whatever it's called, Sullivan's Crossing actually looks interesting, but I'm just standing on principle, and I'm channeling Kendrick Lamar. Me and CW gonna have beef forever.
Yeah.
Well, Keenan's coming back, so I'm good.
Who is Keenan?
Ain't that his name? Keenan? Damn, why I call him Keenan? Kanan. Oh my God. Don't tell nobody I said that.
Who is Kanan?
Power. 3.
Girl, we talk about the CW.
I know, but the CW, they don't really have.
That's the point.
Said, move on from
goodbye to CW forever.
I mean, pretty much. There's really nothing else that's coming on. I mean, that Sullivan's Crossing does kind of good, but other than that,
it does, but I refuse.
Anything.
So, congratulations, CW. You played yourself. I refuse off of spite. Every commercial I see, I say I will not watch this. It's against my morals.
Is it even called the CW anymore?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still called the CW.
Yeah.
Alrighty, y'all. I'm about to take my behind the bed because I'm tired. Any last thoughts?
I did have a question. Like, looking at it from a sort, I'm looking for a holistic view. Even if you decide not to watch the series finale, whatever, and you catch it, whatever, how are you gonna remember the series as a whole? Like, what's gonna be your lasting memory? Just you personally, and anybody can answer, honestly. So
the blackness.
Yeah.
Pretty much, I got.
Yeah.
The power in black men's vulnerability and the beauty in when black men decide to love black women as wholly as they can possibly muster.
I love black women being desired and wanted. And yeah, I don't know. I also just love the HBCU experience.
Yeah, this could have. They needed this. I mean, if it weren't for these damn budget guns, this could have been like. This could have kept going, even with the characters that we know right now. Even if they had decided to leave and do other projects, like you could have introduced other characters. Like this should have been like a different world type of seminar type of situation. Like 6 seasons of this, where you tell these important stories about HBCUs. So yeah, I'm gonna say did not feel potential. That's kind of where I'm at with it because it's ending after 3 years. That's all.
See, I thought it was gonna be like the quad, like B quad, and so that's why I watched. And don't get me wrong, it had its moments, and sometimes it was just like, I think it was more this season than anything. The last 2 seasons weren't bad. It was this season that was kind of like, and it had it sometimes where it was good, and then sometimes it wasn't. Yeah. But I think the budget cuts mess it up a lot, and then it's on the CW that probably didn't help it at all.
Yeah, if they had the time and the money, like a lot of the stuff we saw could have been flushed out better, because it definitely had like good storylines and potential. But we get what we get, I guess.
This show shouldn't have been on the CW. They needed to put this somewhere else, like I don't know, BT Plus, some other streaming service, Hulu, whatever. CW don't be doing black shows any justice. I mean,
because when they canceled Naomi, I said that's already strike one.
Yeah, and then the unfulfilled ending I had with Black Lightning, which was my show.
Oh my God! Yes,
right too.
Yes. Such a good show, and I'm so
mad. Why? We were so happy.
And then we were supposed to have a painkiller. We were supposed to have a painkiller, and we didn't have that. Still mad about that.
I'm mad about that too. Yeah.
The whole channel can go because this is strike 3 now. Now that y'all, this is strike 3.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna tune in to watch this end a era, so to speak, and say goodbye. And
He's a
I
little
wish
nice
the
fest.
yeah, and I wish all the actors I hope they get bigger and better projects because they were my favorite actors more so than the flagship series. If I'm gonna be real, because they did a great job of portraying their characters. I'm not gonna lie, they did. They made me believe them. So ah, so
Wow.
it's gonna be bittersweet, but I'm a say goodbye to all these folks on next week Monday, and
I
I'll
think
just
I'm more
watch.
thankful for this. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying, and I have to
No,
watch
I
other
apologize.
contact with Erica, whatever she has on the pipeline next. I guess I'll
Yeah,
have to watch her other shows, whatever. Maybe I got to start watching Reasonable Doubt,
you
just
should.
to.
You
I already
should. You
told your
should.
ass to be watching it.
Did.
It's
Well,
such a good
well,
show. Such a good
I got a
show.
lot of free time on my hands, so maybe I'll take you up on that offer. I have Hulu
If I
now,
could,
so
if
yeah.
I could say this, I say that even though this show and All American, the actual All American, the original, whatever, even though these shows did not do so well, I'm still glad that we had a platform to actually talk about it, because then we wouldn't have been able to actually listen to Erica and listen to her opinions, or actually give our opinions on this show. So I'm thankful for that with the show.
I
To be honest.
agree. I have no one to talk about these shows with, so I'm glad I get to express my my
Oh,
frustrations or happiness with other like-minded
exactly.
people.
Yeah, I mean,
Exactly.
Erica is a godsend. Like, I don't know any other YouTuber that's in this space that's covering shows that are geared to us as African Americans. So that I will forever be grateful for because I like the camaraderie and like having different points of view between black men and black women about black characters and the real stuff that they be talking about that we can use in our everyday lives. So I'm appreciative for this, to be quite honest with you.
Oh
So
yeah.
So
if
so long
people didn't
story
say,
short,
yeah,
Erica is the GOAT. And if you are listening anyway, subscribe, get to it.
yeah, let's
That
Yeah.
get her
part.
to 100,000 subscribers, folks. Like we should get
And like
40K.
the video. Like
Come
the
on.
Share it.
video.
Yeah, like the
Share it.
You
video.
know?
Yeah,
I
Get
know
like
on
the
y'all
your
I
sitting
video.
in here,
appreciate
platforms
but
and get
y'all.
like the
to
video.
work.
Yeah, like the video.
Love
So
the comments, but like the video. That's the
yeah,
whole
like
Get
point.
to
Like
it.
the video.
What are you
yeah.
Yeah.
doing?
I mean,
But
I
yeah, I am
appreciate
gonna
y'all.
miss this show because of
you
that.
tuned
Definitely, I am
in
gonna
to
miss this one.
watch, so you might as well like the video. You spend 3 hours of your day every Tuesday watching, so you might as well
Not
like the video.
that
So
part.
let's be real, Yeah.
Erica, your face.
Your face is priceless, Erica.
Listen, I'm just here. But I appreciate y'all.
No, but
I
I'm
really do. I really
yeah.
appreciate y'all.
I just
Yeah,
think
no
it's
doubt.
great that you give us a space to be able to communicate, even on the Discord, and actually talk with you about how
Yeah,
we feel in regards to the show. Because it's not,
yeah,
like I said, it's not just All American and all that, because you also have Reasonable Doubt, you also Power, and all the other shows as well. But
yeah,
I know other platforms that, do the whole review shows, but they never have it where the audience actually can come in and discuss it. And I'm grateful for this space that. So thank you, Erica.
Thank
yeah, no
You're
you.
doubt.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
real talk. I mean, I think this is what 2018, 5 year journey for me at least. I mean, I started with All American. I was like, damn, there's nobody reviewing this show. And then I peeped into your Olivia videos for All American. I'm like, oh, let me subscribe. And I guess they can say the rest is history, so to speak. So yeah, man, we really appreciate you out here. So it's gonna be empty. Like now that this show is gonna be done, I'm no more All American content unless you want to do retrospective videos on the characters.
I
So
do
like,
have those coming because some people asked for them. I do have those coming.
That
Like
would be
Mrs. Science
good.
said, they'll release some of the stuff that was in the vault. And I'm like, fine, fine.
That would be a good
but
idea, actually. Yeah.
yeah, but yeah. So I got no notes, so I'm gonna pray and and hopefully the ending don't piss me off.
Yeah, we all hoping.
Well,
That's what
you
we
go
all
ahead and
hope
pray
for.
for that, and I'm just gonna prepare for that. Oh, okay.
There you go.
Amen. Amen.
So
Thank
so
y'all
y'all
so much.
so you watching? So you watching or not?
I cannot
She said
confirm nor
she
deny.
would.
No, I did
No,
not.
she
Said
said she
she
skipping
would.
parts.
No,
Okay.
you said you would
I
if
said if
Antonio or Nyla would go.
and it's very much so likely their asses is not gonna watch.
My kid.
So basically, we're gonna have to blow up this Discord. Be like, Erica, you watched
Well,
it?
you know what? Next week is gonna be
Actually,
very interesting if she's not gonna watch. I mean, so
I had.
It's okay. We'll
I
catch her up.
I had an idea for that, Erica, but I can talk to you about that later. But I had an idea that maybe you can have everybody come to the Discord and watch it with you. I mean, this is the last show for All American.
I thought about it,
watch
but then I wasn't
7.
convinced that I was gonna watch it, so I didn't want to tell y'all that, and then I don't want to.
No, I don't. I get it. I was just saying. It was just the idea. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how I feel.
We
We'll
gonna be
see.
on her if
Okay.
you don't.
Hopefully, I have a good
so
TV
sometimes
week.
that means yes. So I'm excited.
If I have a good TV week, if Reasonable Doubt don't drop the ball, if Power don't drop the ball, I'm also covering House of Vicious, so that stuff will be up very soon. If they don't drop the ball and I go into the weekend feeling like, okay, people telling good stories, then maybe I'll have a little bit capacity. If everybody decide to start shitting the bed,
Well, you know.
right.
Yeah.
Well, on that
I'll let
note,
y'all
I
know.
will see
Join the
you guys
Discord. I will
later.
announce in the Discord if I'm going to watch the finale or not. Regardless, I will still have the live, and y'all can talk about it all the hell that you like, all the live long day.
Yeah.
Let's make it memorable. Let's make that last live like her most viewed and most liked. So spread the
We going
word.
through this
Like,
whole series front to back.
we might as well review the whole season, the goofiness of everything.
Child. A mess.
So,
All right, y'all. I'm really going to bed now. Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
You're
welcome.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Night.
Bye.
And for everybody just tuning in the chat, I thank you guys as well for your ratings, for your conversation, for your points, for your questions. Y'all all make this such a amazing experience with really, really great conversation. So while I might be building a platform to keep the community in touch and going, it takes y'all actually showing up. So I appreciate y'all doing so. Give this video a like if you're catching the replay. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Check out some of the other videos or other series that I'm covering on the channel as we get ready to wrap this one up. There is still no shortage of really amazing television series for you to get into. If you are into spooky season stuff, from season 3 just premiered, and binging season 1 and 2 is a really fun watch because I literally just recently redid it and I really, really enjoy it. And I'm not necessarily a horror girly, so there's something else for you guys to watch. Again, I appreciate you all being here, and I will see you next week.